Ruslan Chinahoff ran 146 off of the break and ended up winning the match 150 to 20 or something, 17. So now we have the second match of the day, and this is between a well-known player, Alex Pagulayan. Alex lives today in the Philippines, but really he travels all over the world. He's won dozens of titles everywhere. He's played in our tournament many times. So we all know about him. Just a delightful young man. And Alex, very well deserved. This week when he goes over to play in Pat Fleming's international tournament, will be inducted into the Hall of Fame. Let's give a hand to Alex. Well, Alex's opponent is an up-and-coming young man, originally from the Netherlands, and today living in Auckland, New Zealand, Marco Teutscher. Marco has had a terrific tournament so far. Anybody that's watched him play is enthralled for sure. Marco's sponsors are Massey Club in Auckland, New Zealand, Molinari Cues. Marco also won the 2019 U.S. Open 10-ball tournament held recently in Las Vegas. This is Marco's second trip to our tournament. A little hand for Marco. And let me close by saying that Alex is sponsored by 3 second cases, Ariel Carmeli Cues, and Lespat Billiards. The major tournaments, the major sponsors for this tournament, as most of you know, are Simonis Cloth, Aramith Balls, Predator, JP Shower Cues, and many others who are listed on our board. So thanks for their support. And finally, we have a ball raffle. So buy a couple of tickets for the ball raffle. The set of balls that is going to be used in the final match is basically new. They've been used for some games here. But the final match will use a set of balls which we have a raffle for, and the players will sign the box and that sort of thing. So love to have some people participate and buy a couple raffle tickets. Guys, go ahead and lay.
All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in to BSN, the Billiard Sports Network.
In our booth,
I'm Jake Lawson. I'm joined in the booth here with none other than Mr. 626 himself, John Schmidt, and his road partner, Jerry McWhorter. Guys, how you doing today?
Great. Happy to be here.
I'm doing maybe a little bit okay. No, we're having fun, man. I can't believe the level of play that this tournament has produced. I mean, there's just so many high runs. You know, Jake, we were talking just the other day that there was like 625s and out, but you hadn't captured any of them on the TV table.
Yeah, it's been tough.
You got a good dose of it just this last match.
Yeah, absolutely. Ruslan 141. We thought he was going to go all the way there. Got a little unfortunate on that break there at 141. And if you guys were tuned in and watched, you can definitely tell 100 ball run, player sitting in his chair. It certainly affected Albin when he came to the table.
Yeah, a lot of heat on you when you're down 141-0, and you know, we're doing this commentary very close to the table, so we're going to try to kind of stay quiet so the players don't get disturbed. An important shot here. Pretty nice opening break, even though he left a shot. Not much else is loose. This is not as bad as it looks right here.
It's really encouraging how these young players are interested in straight pool. And it's the best game.
Right.
And these young kids are
yeah, they play religiously in Russia and Europe, and you know, and then look how great they play pool. They just play amazing pool. Marco just told me he's run over 100, maybe a couple hundred times with a high run of 193. Alex, make no mistake, is a phenomenal straight pool player, and going to be real tough to beat here. He knows what he's doing.
Alex would be one of those players that'll tell you he doesn't play straight.
Yeah, he plays it real good, and he's played it, plenty. These are two super talented, likable players. I'm pulling for both of them, and it's no surprise they're this deep in the tournament because they're extremely talented, and they're in dead stroke right now. Great pressure shot. Little unfortunate. If he can shoot the 2, I don't think he can.
I don't think he can.
Yeah,
he can't see enough of the 9.
I don't think he can do anything here, except maybe he might play to bank the 9. He's a phenomenal banker.
You played on this table in the TV match yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
You found it playing different than...
Well, when the balls are right out of the polisher and the table's clean, it plays good in the beginning of the match. By the end of the match, the balls get a little stickier and condensation on the balls. My hands sweat when I play, so I'm the one racking. I'm making the balls a little more damp. And I hung a ball yesterday that at the beginning of the match I think goes, and at the end of the match it won't. And, that's the way it goes. But a huge shot here for Alex. If he can somehow bank this 9, he'd be off and running. But, in straight pull, it's really hard to make yourself shoot a bank. Even though if you're playing one pocket, this looks like ball in hand. In straight pull, it's his nightmare. Alex plays a little more methodical. He's not going to do anything in a hurry. And he moves real good, as we call it, moving his tactical play, safeties, taking fouls. Very smart player. I think he's the best all-around player, in the world. I mean, he just plays all games unbelievable. Gambles great, tournaments great. Handles the heat like a robot. I mean, he's tough. This would be a big win for Marco. Now, Marco is you couldn't find a more likable person, and he's a phenomenally talented player and going to win tons of tournaments in his life. So this is two titans of the game right here. At the zenith of their ability, they're both just playing phenomenal pool, and I think you're going to see a 100-ball run in this match. It wouldn't shock me. I think Alex is going for this bank, guys. Pretty gutsy. Oh, he played us safe smartly. Okay.
I think he knows he's selling that ball up table. But I think he was trying to just tie the rest of the balls up.
The problem with this scenario for Marco is if he shoots at this 10, you look like a hero if you make it and you have a break shot with the 9. But if you miss this 10, you're leaving Alex the break shot possibly. So it's going to take a lot of courage to shoot this 10 ball. I wouldn't do it. But I think he's going to fire at it. This will set the tone for the whole match. If you miss this ball, Alex is going to make you pay. I don't know about you guys, but I find in the beginning of a match when I'm a little tight, a little nervous, maybe don't go for this shot. Maybe you duck here.
A little tough to start off here with
right.
a tester early.
There's no safe here either, really.
Well, I think Marco's strategy is going to be very aggressive in this match.
Wouldn't surprise me.
So.
Oh, he called it. Wow, he's going to shoot it.
I think he's going to shoot at a lot of, take his chance to make a dent quick.
And well, if you were a golfer, this is like trying to hit a 3-iron on a green. You're just not going to do it every time. He does not have to make this shot. There's no doubt. I'd say he's about 50-50 to pocket this ball. Spectator's phone ringing in the crowd.
He certainly recognizes it and stands up.
Mm-hmm.
Had a chance to see him the other day on the TV table, John, and he did play rather aggressive, which I kind of like.
Yeah, well, he's 27 years old, and he's just a great player, shoots super straight. He's in the right frame of mind to go for this, and, it takes courage to shoot this shot.
There just doesn't seem to be much yield, and if he misses it, the ball could come back and open the ball, smash the balls.
No, this is quite a gamble. I can promise you, Irving Crane's not shooting at this ball. This takes some guts right here.
He might see something in the stack, but I don't see anything. I mean,
no.
You know, I mean, if he makes this ball, he might feel like there's more profit in it.
Well, with the balls being right out of the polisher, his chances of slipping this into the pocket are a lot better. I would shoot it to the left pocket. Here he goes. Wow,
Well,
what
he
a
split
shot.
the
I mean,
hole.
just split the pocket. Phenomenal shot. Now watch this stroke. You're going to see a big stroke. He needs the cue ball. He's going to pound it and then hope it kind of hook draws into the 11-6 area. This will be a cool looking shot. A lot of RPMs here. Because I don't think he can just draw into the orange 5. He has to get it to go bend around the 5 and then draw into the 6. This will be really cool looking with polished up balls if he hits it right. He's got a very powerful stroke. If anybody can do it, it's this guy, but this is tough. Phenomenal. He got a little unlucky, but he hit it good, didn't he?
Yeah. Split the hole.
I think the 8's hooked.
What about the 14?
Boy, that's unlucky. Yeah, if he could sneak that 14 in the side, he'd be thrilled. Oh, he can, I think. The 6 looks, yeah, it's blocked too. He got unlucky.
He can't get enough of the 8 for 8-2 combination. No.
No, he can't cut the 8 to his right. That was pretty unfortunate for as good as he hit it.
Because 14 is his only chance.
And I don't think he can do that. Or he'd have shot it by now. Oh, we can make it, okay. What's he going to shoot next after
All
this?
he can do is roll forward.
He's going to have to roll forward and maybe shoot the 1 somehow. Or draw back a little bit. Good shot. Boy, that was a good shot.
Did the 4-6 jelly up?
Yeah, I think it might have. Oh, it is dead. Okay, he's got to just.
Oh, he threw it too much.
It hit another ball and kissed.
No, he threw it too much.
Wow.
I think he hit the wrong. I think he had to hit the other ball.
Well, okay.
We're gonna. Jake will let us see this again.
Alex dodged a huge bullet right there, and here comes the Alex Pagulayan show. He's gonna make you pay, most likely.
Here's the shot that he had to start out.
Phenomenal shot he made on the 10 to get started.
The tester here.
Yeah, right out of the box. You know, first shot of the match. This was really courageous. He hit it perfect. Nice
Side
shot.
pocket back out into the middle of the table. Instant replay brought to you by PQ Brake Tips. Alex now back at the table.
Alex might have to shoot the 1 ball upstream or the 7 in the side, which he doesn't really want to shoot the 7 and being a nice break shot. But again, I'm not going to be the guy that sits here and calls out patterns all day because I can't see the shots like these pros. So whatever they decide, I think is the right shot. Nice opening shot there. Now, I will say something that jumps off the page at me right off the bat would be the pink 4 and then the 3 and then the 6 at the end unless something changes. So kind of maybe keep your eye on that. But whatever decisions these great players make, I'm okay with because it's usually pretty smart, you know.
Well,
he's going to shoot the break ball off right off the bat.
It's a 6. There's always, 6 different ways to skin this cat.
That's right. Now, an interesting shot here that you can play is you can pocket the 8 with high right English, go 2 rails, and bump the pink up because you got the 11-2 as insurance. That's free sometimes. I
love that shot.
Well, it works if that's all you got.
Well, no, the whole point is when you shoot it, that generally means because it's free.
Right.
It's not. There's no danger. You're not. It's not.
Right.
You're not risking.
But I think the 11's a decent break shot, so he could go pink 4, 2, 11 at the end. The 15 is laying over there against that rail in a very unhelpful position. He's going to have to deal with that, of course. But Alex just plays so nice. I mean, he'll figure it out. I guarantee it.
He's going to roll up and get on that ball on the rail 15 right now.
He might even go into it. I think he has to nudge it. Yeah, like that. Nice shot. And now the 15-1 works pretty well. Yeah, Alex's pool IQ is at about it's about 4 million. I mean, he really, really is a crafty player. Now, okay, he's not going to nudge into the one to push it down an inch. He likes where it's at, so I think he's going to leave it. Okay, he's going with the 11. No problem there. That works.
The under the rack break, yeah.
Well, the key balls leading to it are so nice that I think that's a good strategy. He's going to play the 13 in the side next. Nice shot. His cue ball control is fantastic. All those little slight, just you need the cue ball to turn over one revolution to get right. He's very good at that. I've had the misfortune of having to play him for the last 20 years, and I can tell you, he is tough to beat. Nice shot.
So orange, pink, blue.
Myself, I've seen enough pool. I'm not so much fascinated with which shots they choose. I get a real kick out of the execution of, how these great players pull the cue back under pressure and the follow through and just the tempo of their stroke, and how they hold their nerve under pressure. And to me, it's a difference of hitting golf balls on a driving range or on the first tee when it matters. And those pros on TV, they pull that golf club back smooth, just like they're on the range. And Alex is going to pull it back smooth under pressure, just like he's practicing. And to me, that's fascinating to see, because that's something that I've always felt to be the most difficult part of competing, is just playing like you practice.
That's a good point.
And Alex's game, when you walk in the pool room, you can't tell if he's winning or losing or stuck or winner. He just looks the same. And Ruslan, too. Man, you talk about a guy that just looks smooth. See, he had to hit another ball into the 4, and it threw the 6 down into the 8.
No, he's supposed to hit the pink first. I
Well,
think
he
it needs
can't,
to throw
but he
the other way.
can't.
Yeah, he'd have to cut the pink.
See, the 6 grazed the 8. He got a little unlucky because he really couldn't get to that combination like he wanted.
Okay, yeah, you're right. I'm glad we get to see it again. It did throw the other way.
Now, this break shot you want to hit with high right English and let your stroke out, and you can scratch cross side, but it's just a necessary evil. Well, I'll tell you what, that worked out real nice.
Yeah. He's going to get another break shot, a traditional break shot.
Yeah. Alex is off and running. This table plays fantastic. It's level, and just it lets these top players really showcase their talent and play to their true ability. These two are both, very gifted players. I mean, a lot of people think, well, yeah, they've been playing. Believe me, Alex Pagulayan at 18 years old played like Satan. Okay, I mean, he was good at pool like real quick. So just.
I remember Alex when he was that age.
I do too, and he was phenomenal. And Marco also.
Alex came out of Canada. Played pool in Canada, and that's where he learned to play.
Yeah, and Alex, Alex just talk about an all-around player. I mean, he just plays everything fantastic. Now he didn't catch that one like he wanted, so he's going to be a little dejected, but he's human. It's nothing any other player hasn't done, so he's going to have to regroup mentally. He won't miss his mark like that too often, and if he goes to lose this match, he will remember that little position right there. Oh, he's going into the pile. Look at this. Wow. He tried to go into the pile. So he's feeling froggy. That was, that could have worked, tough shot. So now.
Well, here's the stage you were talking about of moving and safety play.
Well.
And now the safety battle is going to ensue.
Alex is in a bad spot here because what's going to happen is whichever side Alex hits this rack, he's most likely going to let Marco knock the 10 out of there and maybe lag it up over a pocket. So I actually think Marco has the best of this position here. And Alex is going to do real well to nip this stack and not let Marco have a clean look at this 10. No, he did pretty good. That's a good shot.
That's a
yeah,
one-pocket
that was
shot.
a nice shot.
That's a one-pocket
Yeah,
shot. Stick
that was real good.
Marco's last name is pronounced Teutscher.
Teutscher, yeah. He
Now,
likes
how
to
do you get that out
torture.
of that spelling?
Teutscher, he likes to torture his opponents.
Right.
Marco Shark.
And Marco just won a big event in Las Vegas with all the monsters, Shane Van Boning, Arculo, and those types, and he mowed the field down. He is in his prime and not to be taken lightly. I think he should thin off the stack and leave the cue ball over there where he put his hand. When you put the cue ball right back up against the stack, then the following safety is easier. You'd rather leave Alex where he has to try to hit the stack from 2 feet away. So just graze the cue ball and put it over against the left rail and let Alex make an intricate hit, you know. Love to guard him from the 10 ball. So he'll probably put a little right English on this. Just like that. Perfect. That's a good shot. Now, if Alex hits his stack real thin to not disturb him, he risks scratching. If he hits it thick enough to not scratch, he can tickle out a couple. So this is tougher than it looks.
The 10 should be able to.
Oh, what? Uh-oh. Oh, he might be okay. Okay.
Did that 10 line? No, it's.
You know what? The 10 could be dead. And
No, it
Marco's
looks like it's quite a bit.
Well, he's definitely going to look at it.
Close, isn't it?
Yeah, I'd want Mike Massey shooting this one. I ain't shooting this ball. Oh, he called it. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, here we go.
We got a 12-ball combination. Yeah, there's a lot going on here with this. This is pretty aggressive. This ball can miss by 3 feet.
He doesn't like it.
Well, I mean, there's just too many collisions going on here.
He's taking it, but he doesn't like it.
Well, he can hit the 4, 3, 6. Actually, he looks like he can make a direct connection to it. I mean, he might make this ball.
Is that what you're looking for, John? You're looking to make sure they're all touching right there?
Well, I mean,
close to it?
yeah, you just can't have so many collisions that are hard to figure. But I'm guessing this 10 misses to the high side of the pocket. From our view, it'll miss to the long rail because it's going to be getting pushed. But again, he can see the shot better than me.
It's looking like it's aiming low, but the throw is going to straighten it up. He's hoping for some throw.
This will be a great shot if it goes in.
There it is.
Oh, my goodness. Don't scratch off the 3. Holy cow. What a shot. Fortune, what's the saying? Fortune favors the bold or something?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, because that would have been real easy to just duck there. That was the gutsy. Nice shot.
Well, he's got some natural break balls.
Yeah, that the 5 lane against the rail over there is a nuisance for sure. The 13, I don't know if it passes the 3 or whatever ball that is. So he's got some work cut out.
You know, straight pull, we've talked about a lot over the last few days of how much straight pull changes playing on a diamond.
Oh, sure.
Because that 5 ball is perfect to just get under it and shoot it up table on a regular, table that's playing. But here,
well, he would have liked it. He'd like to get on it now, the 14, I would think. Go 14-5.
Right, but you know what I'm saying.
You're right. Yeah, it eliminates.
You have to change. Your patterns have got to change.
Yeah, it eliminates a lot of your options. I mean, you're crazy to start shooting them up table. Boy, I sure like his stroke. Just so nice and smooth. And the backswing is steady. Like my buddy Mark Wilson, a great instructor, he's always trying to get me to slow down that backswing. And I know there's something to it because all these great players have a nice rhythmic backswing. Head's real steady. Nice shot. Now this shot here is a little spooky because you got to hit it with inside English. You know, you hope you don't get a kick, as they call it in Europe, or a skid. But it's necessary to get position on that bottom rail. So this has his full attention right here, and it's harder than it looks.
Yeah, it's definitely one that's got to be smoothed in.
This can be hung up. Yeah, Unless he's going to pop it. He might just pop it out to the middle of the table some kind of way. Okay.
Interesting.
Well, that works. And like I said, you got to go with what you're comfortable with. And he also removed using inside English, which is where you get those skids. So
Yeah.
I don't blame him one bit. But he's got a tough layout here. It looks real easy, but he's got to do some things. If that 12 doesn't go past the red ball, I think that's the 4, then it adds a lot of difficulty. We'll find out. It's not bad. Well, now this here,
He's out of line.
he's a little out of line, and he's going to make sure that red ball passes the 12, and if it does, then obviously he's going to have to come up above the 6. So,
But not too far above the 6.
That's right. Yeah, it just takes a lot of touch. But again, he's in super dead stroke. This probably looks like a piece of cake to him right now.
Isn't it amazing how just
Yeah.
1 or 2 inches?
Yeah, if his cue ball come up another inch here, it's like stop stuff. But now he's got to play some nice shots. Needs a little bit of left English on this, which adds difficulty, of course. Nicely done.
Perfect.
Nice shot. I tell you, he got a fraction thinner than he wanted. He might have to shoot the 12, Jerry, and then the 3.
Oh,
which,
I know. He'll hold this
you
up.
think so?
Yeah.
Boy, I think he might have to shoot the 12.
Well, actually, now that I look at the
It looks pretty
table and
thin,
not the
doesn't it?
screen,
Mm.
it looks tougher looking at
Yeah,
the table.
no, this is not easy.
You may have to stretch
You know,
this out.
John, we were talking about how the difficulty in pocketing balls in straight pool is so much because you're hitting things at phony little
Right.
speeds.
Right, if he just chopped this 3 ball in, playing 9 ball at 100 miles an hour, he might never miss it. But you got to flutter it in with left English, hit it kind of heavy and twist it in. See, like that was a good shot.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yep. He had to make the decision to try to hold it up and stay under the 6, or the 6 it looks like a basketball in the
Yeah.
position that it
Yeah.
was at.
now this shot,
To hook
this
yourself.
shot right here is oddly difficult with the balls being polished because when you use a little bit of high left English, the cue ball isn't
Doesn't
going to
take,
track up. I mean, to get on this 6, it's very easy to get straight in here accidentally. He has to really hit this good. Oh, he hit it so nice. Boy, is he dialed in. You're watching just, a pro at the top of their game playing like just absolute world-class pool. It's fun to watch. It's fun to see.
Here's that replay, John.
Yeah, this was really a gutsy shot. I got to hand it to him. If he wins this match, this was a big start right here because most people are not shooting this unless they know it's dead. He showed some courage to shoot it.
Yeah, it threw the correct way, but it still hit the underside of the pocket. At any more speed, it holds up. Or later in the match when the balls are grittier, that could have held up.
Now, Marco and I talked a little bit yesterday up in the stands, and we both came to the agreement that you should just whack this break shot because these diamonds play tougher, so running out half broken up, intricate racks is too tough. He's going to blast this break shot, I would suspect. And I've seen all the players doing it. You will get the occasional scratch, but you're going to open these balls up most likely.
It's fun. All the kids are doing it.
Well, the thing is, you either have to have difficulty now or later. You hit the break shot hard, which is more difficult. Well, I tell you what, that was a little softer than I thought he was going to hit it. But
They sure opened up nice.
They sure did. He doesn't have a ton to start with. Oh, he's got the 9. Okay. Yeah, that's good. The 2-8's an issue, but he'll figure that out. Yeah, he has tons of straight pull under his belt, and
what you were saying seems a little counterintuitive, meaning that the table plays tough, so you want to really whack them and open them up, which kind of sounds counterintuitive because it means like if the table's tough, whacking that shot in is hard.
Right. Yeah, that's
But-
exactly right.
Yeah.
But if you don't whack it, and break the break shot hard, then you're going to have like these impossible Chinese checkers looking layouts that are just so tough that, and then you kind of regret, like I had a chance to throw a grenade in there and open the whole pile, and I chickened out, and now look, I have to make 15 great positional shots. So I think on these diamonds you got to hit the break shot pretty firm. He kind of made a little boo-boo there. He tried to hit the 2 and missed it. But his feel is so good that he didn't overrun his mark and scratch. He didn't shoot it so hard that he could scratch. Very smart.
You think he was trying to nibble the 2?
Yeah, he was trying to hit the 2. Yeah, because he went after him. Definitely went in and tried to go into him. Nice shot. Now the problem with hitting them, now you want to try to hit the top side of these balls, not the bottom. Because if you hit the bottom, you can like go to the rail and then back up under the 2 and be frozen. He's going to draw right off the top of these balls at light speed. Just take some touch. Nice shot. Nice touch. Now let's get rid of that 8. 14's no picnic either.
Yeah, on a softer table,
right, the
setting that 14 up table is darn near a key ball.
Yep. You can do it on the diamond, but you got to get like dead straight on it. You get that 2 inches of angle on a gold crown, you wouldn't sweat it too bad.
Yeah, but man, your heart flutters a little bit.
Oh, yeah, mine does. Us senior citizens, man, we don't like those shots. I want to be straight in on that ball. Oh, where's he going? Okay, good shot. Yeah, the 410, I think he's gonna have to deal with it, or maybe the 4 goes again. I can't see from here, so
I think it's fine.
Yeah. Yeah, I like how he plays. I mean, he just plays nice and careful and puts his cue ball in spots that has many options. I mean, he plays real good. And people always ask me, like, well, do you like this guy's patterns or that? Look, if they're running hundreds of balls, I like their patterns. They're great, I mean, however you want. Don't get beyond the 11, okay. Now he can get rid of this little trouble 4 ball. That 14, though, I'm going to have to deal with that pretty soon. Okay, now he did that pretty smart shot. He was trying to make a key ball, or he wanted the 10 to go, or he got a little tough. But well, see, if he goes into the 14 here,
then the 10
well, the
may
14
not pass
ties
the 14.
up, and he also can scratch off the top of the 14 possibly. This is a little sketchy, but you got to do it sometimes.
Oh, he had a real good hit on it.
Ew.
He had a clean hit on it.
Okay.
Yeah, it wasn't
No.
he wasn't going to glance off. He had a nice firm hit on it.
So now I'm going to play the 1 and go upstream and then kind of gather himself here. 3's obviously the break shot. 14 could be the break shot. But again, I don't get too obsessed with how they pick the balls off and all that. Whatever they decide is world class. I think the viewers would learn more by the speed they shoot the shots and the way they pull the cue back. Just the mechanics of their stroke. I mean, you're watching. People talk about aiming systems and all this stuff, but really, these pros deliver the cue so smooth and so straight that's what I take. It's like their golf swing. I'm watching a guy here that has a great golf swing, and sure enough, the balls all go in. Because everybody can aim. If you can't aim, you shouldn't have a driver's license. You know what I mean? It's like... Now he got a touch thinner on this 11 than he...
This is the signs of youth right here.
Oh yeah, this doesn't make him worry at all. I'd be scared to death shooting this. But he'll make it and get perfect probably. Shot. Oh, he just hit it perfect. He might even get that little half-inch angle. Well, now this is going to have to be hammered in the pocket.
Oh, he's just going to draw back and take a stupid deep cut.
I don't think he can.
He's going to just take a deep cut.
I would try to draw back and have the cue ball catch
hit
the point and bounce out maybe. Yeah, that's what he's thinking about. This is tough.
He didn't think of that until he heard you say it, though.
Oh, did he hear that?
No, I'm kidding.
No. I'm trying to whisper. Here. But this is difficult. I think he's going to try to draw back and catch the point. Oh,
Wrong
well,
point.
no, that was still a good shot.
Yeah. No, he's a young, straight shooting kid.
Yeah.
He's going to take that thin
Well,
hit.
you know, when people tease me and go, "Oh, straight pool's a bunch of short, easy shots," does this look like a short, easy shot to you?
Not
Yeah,
only that,
no.
this is a 9-ball. You miss one,
Right.
there's like dead
Yeah.
bodies everywhere.
Yeah.
It's a mass. You know, it's just disaster.
Yeah,
The
there's a lot of pressure
prices
shoot. Yeah,
is
that's
just
right.
huge.
Big shot here. Let's see how he does. Really an important shot in this match. Can he handle the nerves and the pressure? $10,000 riding on this break shot. I mean, believe me, if this goes in, he's off and running. Giving it a good look. That's smart. Give yourself a chance to settle down.
The people can't see him. He's was standing off camera and just really staring at that contact point.
Yeah, this is extremely tough. See if he can hold his head still and follow through. Yeah, it's a very tough. It's a very tough shot. I mean, it's like I said. I mean, that shot there is absolutely like hitting a 3-iron. You're just not going to hit them all perfect. So, I think he might have left Alex pretty tough, though.
Is that a crazy back cut on the 10? All he has?
Man, I don't think he would shoot that. But I don't see what else he can do. The 2 and he can maybe make the 10 on the side. Now that
You know what was interesting there is players that come over and they look at the contact point and they stare at, aim it into the pocket and they come around. You don't do that. You never go look at the shot.
No, I'm in a hurry. Well, here's the interesting thing about this sequence that we just saw. Okay, there's 2 ways for Alex to get back to the table. Like maybe Marco scratches on that break. Well, that would be unlucky, but it wouldn't hurt his confidence. Missing that ball, even though it was a very tough shot, now Marco's. I would say Alex is a heavy favorite from here because Alex has a shot, and you have a player. His confidence just got wounded a little bit. It'll be interesting if he can get up his next turn at the table and operate at full capacity. Because I know when I miss a ball that I kind of figure to make, I mean, it does nothing but wrecks my mind. It's really hard to get past that.
That's a really good point.
I mean, believe me, you see a golf pro snap hook one in a lake, they're not feeling real good on the next swing, They're questioning themselves.
Yeah. That's a good point. Yeah, but scratching in the break, you can just chalk it up to luck. You split the hole. You did everything you could do.
That's right. So like I always said, there's 2 ways for your opponent to come back to the table. Luck or you messed up. But when you messed up, now you got to fade that mentally. And it'll be interesting to see how Marco handles it if he gets a shot again. Oh, what a shot. What a shot Alex just made right there. The pressure in straight pull shooting shots, as we all know, it has that unspoken vibe of like, if I miss this ball, I don't get to shoot again. And you see that all the time. In 9-ball, you miss a ball, it doesn't have the same pressure. So,
right.
So to me, a little shot like that, you hear me get excited and say, great shot. Playing straight pull, that was a great shot. Playing 9-ball, that was a good shot.
Yeah, I think that's a really good point. I mean, time and time again, we've seen, like, especially the longer shots up table.
Oh, yeah, you miss
playing
one.
9-ball, you don't even think it.
Well, if you miss it, you miss it. In a straight pull, you set out for 2 hours.
Sure.
Well, the shot Alex just made was every bit as difficult as the break shot that Marco had. Okay, so, I mean, it wasn't a guarantee, and it's an interesting rack, though. I mean, we've got a total cluster, a lot of balls that don't pass. You've got the three and whatever that is up table that looks dead, but it's probably not.
9.
So Alex will do real well to get through this rack, and he'd love to get rid of this combination right now because I don't know when else you're going to do it.
Yeah, it's something that we talk about from time to time is that one of the things that's really cool about straight pull is one of the things that people don't like, and that is that the numbers don't lie.
They don't lie. Yeah, no.
A guy can go around and go, yeah, I played better than you, and I think I can beat this guy, and that guy got lucky and all that. But when you start looking at the types of runs and numbers that people put together, There's just no hiding.
There's no hiding. No, this game, the thing about straight pull is there's no hiding when you play it because you just can't duck. There's nowhere to duck with all the balls. So you have to run balls, play position well, and if you're rusty, like when I'm rusty and I'm not playing, I mean, straight pull makes me look like an idiot. I can't run a rack, and there's just no hiding, you know. Nice shot there. Well, he's going to play a little comment. Oh, maybe he can see the 15. Okay, he's going to, this is a smart shot. So now he can open up the 8-1-11 and make the 5 all at the same time and have insurance on the 15. Like I said, his pull IQ, he is not going to do stupid stuff. He's just really a crafty player. And he's being inducted in the Hall of Fame, rightly so. I mean, if anybody deserves it, it's this guy. This is missable though. You know, you're gonna have to cut the 4 to the right, and the 15 looks like it you know, is messing with his head a little bit. So yeah, that barely went in. Like I said, I mean, them combinations are always harder than
look at how it opened the game up.
Yeah, I'm really interested to see how he deals with that 3 ball upstairs. Maybe it's dead.
I think it must be lying.
It must be
pretty
laying
good.
real good, so he's not too worried about it. Yeah. Alex ran 178 earlier in the tournament. He ran like a 120 and out, and then kept going. So I mean, he's just super dialed in. Marco's high run in the tournament, I think, been 95, so he's been playing good, running 50s and 60s and 70s when he needs them, and no shock that he's this deep in the tournament. But like I said, missing that break ball, that did his confidence no favors.
Especially if Alex puts a big number on him at this point.
And then he has to get up and, yeah, exactly. And that's what I mean about there's nowhere to hide. Like that break shot that he shot at, it was easy enough to shoot at, but hard enough to miss. So you can't duck. You're gonna shoot it, but you can miss it. You know,
Yeah.
Like you have to just face the music and shoot it. You can't hide there. You know, to go deep in a tournament, you can't be playing safe on that ball. But believe me, the crowd later will tell the story and they go, "Oh yeah, he missed this real easy break ball." It was not a real easy break ball.
Right.
I mean, and like I always say with the pros, if it was real easy, they would never miss it.
Right.
It can't be real easy, or he wouldn't have missed it. You know.
Yeah.
These are the best players in the world, so it was difficult.
Happy about this, John.
The thing is, when you get on this combination upstairs, you have to get dead straight in them. And if you get an angle, then when you make the combination, the 3 stays there and the cue ball comes back, so you have to have an insurance ball.
Then you're going back up table
Right.
again.
So see, he's smart here. He's going to go up and get it now so that he can fall on the 6 or the 4 or something, or the 2. He's going to try to get straight in here, I think. Yeah, that's a nice shot. I think this is one where he might play it with follow and double kiss the 3 to get the 3 to move away. Because if he draws it, no, he's drawing it. Okay, so it's laying pretty nice. Okay, it was laying pretty dead. Now this is intelligent what he's doing here. Okay, an inexperienced player would play the 6 next. Well, now you're removing a break ball and a key ball. He's going to come down and try to get on the 2, which is more difficult, but if you do it right, then at the end you have the pink and the green. They complement each other. You have 2 key balls and 2 break balls. Anytime you can leave more options, that's better. So I believe that's what he's going to do, and that's just a testament to his experience and pool IQ. He just does the subtle things that make him a Hall of Famer.
Well, this is a one pocket run out.
Kind of is, yeah.
So this is really a strong suit.
A little more thin on this 2 than he wanted. He wanted to come down 2-3 more inches. This is missable. He's got to hit it at kind of a slow speed. Nice shot. I like this 6 as a break shot too. It's a little lower, closer to the pocket, and if you get good on it, you can really let your stroke out. Well, okay, we're going to go with the 6-4. Nothing wrong with that. Good shot. Nice run out there. Started with a super tough shot in the side and picked him off like a surgeon. I mean, you're looking at just an absolute brilliantly talented player that nobody likes drawing in a tournament.
Talking about that shot in the side.
Yeah, I mean, in case you think this isn't missing. Well, he's probably shooting with left English too.
Yeah, just
I mean, just a fantastic shot to get started.
That instant replay brought to you by PQ Brake Tips.
Alex is not a super tall person, and this break shot, this is going to be all he can do to reach this ball. He might even get his extension. Yeah, he's going.
He's not a super tall person. That's
yeah.
Yeah, he certainly doesn't want to leave too many more of these in the middle of the table for himself.
Yeah. Well, you know, one thing that I find interesting nowadays is, you know, you see a lot of players use the extension and some people with the big, long backswing, and then I see Alex with kind of the little, he kind of does it like I do with the little strokes, you know, warm-up strokes, and he uses standard length cue, and so many ways to be a great player. Now get under the 11. There you go. Nice. Boy, it's nice when that cue ball does that.
Great break there.
Because you're hitting the shot with draw, but the cue ball goes forward.
right.
So it's a strange look. You just hit a shot with draw, but your cue ball's going forward. So in your mind, it's like, what just happened? But it actually works out pretty good a lot of times.
And that outside English one hits the rail.
Yeah, then it turns
Turns
rails.
and
Yeah,
gives you the
It's
two
nice.
rail.
It's interesting, John, you were talking about the way that he's stroking the cue now. I mean, you remember when in the beginning, he had that more pronounced Filipino stroke.
Oh, okay,
know?
okay.
And now he's
Yeah.
shortened it up a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, he's just a fantastic player.
Well, I think that's definitely a product of playing one pocket.
Now, if he can like stun sideways here and hit the 2, he will. Or if he can maybe even draw off this 13 and hit the 2, but I don't think he can.
I think he's got the wrong angle.
Yeah, I think he's going to have to. Now, you know, we could talk about in patterns, how he's going to do it. All I know is the 2-6 is a concern, and the 3 ball is a run ender. That 3 ball is in a very unhelpful position, kind of up there by itself, doesn't connect anything. I can't tell you how many runs I've seen in with that ball up there. Now, that can be a good key ball. You can use it for a key ball.
Well, that 2-6 goes in this pocket.
Oh, does it? Okay, well, then that changes things. Okay.
Moving it is...
He'll get it next here.
There's going to be a nice little carom.
Yeah, he'll shoot this shot and then the 15, and now he can get out of the way. Okay.
That was cool.
If you had Siegel, Varner, Hopkins, and me and you, whatever, you might have different opinions of how you should run the rack. I just know that if the balls are going in the pocket soft and you're not running into much, you're doing a lot right and you're a great player. And then, of course, the numbers don't lie. You know, if a guy's running hundreds and he's doing it smoothly, you got yourself a monster player there. And if you're running hundreds and you're having to get lucky and you're running into stuff unnecessarily, well, you're a straight shooter, but you're not playing it right, you know. But you see, it's no accident that Alex has the 2 ball, the 10 ball, and the 1 ball. I mean, that's a smart player. He's picking the rack off in a manner that leaves like 4 key balls, 4 break balls. That's because 8 shots ago he did something crafty, and he didn't shoot off the wrong balls, you know. But he does need to get rid of that 3 pretty soon.
He's probably going to go at it right now.
I would slide sideways off the 6 ball and get that 3. I sure would.
I think another way for people to really improve their patterns and learn the game more is to try to find where's the simple position I can get that I have 3 or 4 good shots.
Sure.
You know, because a lot of times you can have a shot, and if you just take the same simple shot, but just roll forward 3 more inches, you've got now 3 or 4 good shots to choose from, and you never know, and you know exactly where the balls lie. How you're going to change your plan?
Yeah. Well, and see, like even here now, you could shoot the 2, but that's one of your break shots. So he's going to shoot the 8, which wouldn't have been a good break shot, and yeah, I mean, I like the way he plays straight pull. He just plays smart. And now at the end of the rack, the 1, 10, 2 all complement each other. They're all key balls. They're all break balls. However you land on the 10, you could get on the 2 or vice versa. And he knows that because, like I said, he's got about a 4 million IQ at full. This kid here really, really has impressed me over the last couple decades playing all games. He's just smart player. And has more gamble than like anybody should have. Okay, so he's going to use the 3 as a key ball, which is kind of interesting. It definitely can work. If you shoot it now, I think you're a little elevated over the 10. I think he... Huh. Gonna go 10-3. Okay, I like it. You know, some minimal cue ball travel. He doesn't take any unnecessary chances. Straight pull.
He got a little straight.
He got a little straight. He's gonna have to blast this shot to the rail and out. This is tough. This is tough even for a great player like Alex. He has to really focus here. Oh man, he hit that amazing, and it, you know, barely went through the pocket. That was a great shot. Now these guys, they just make it look so easy, and it's not. It's not. I promise you. Some interesting stats there. Give backs, defenses. That's pretty detailed. Offensive play index. Oh, I don't even want to see my index. Oh my goodness. So we got the score. I think is 43-27. Oh, he hasn't moved it, so it's 43-27. Now this break shot here, I have found, you know, just through trial and error, you could hit this with follow or draw, and either way can go good or bad. Follow, you can scratch. Draw, you can scratch. He's going to follow at medium speed. I think. It looks like he's hitting it with topspin.
Yeah.
Nice shot. Oh, nice shot. Nice result. Kept the balls half table.
He shot that with some inside English.
Did he?
Yeah, and I know your philosophy.
Well, no, I thought he hit... No, Jerry, I think he hit that with high left, which from his side would be outside. He was cutting it to the right, and then the cue ball hit the rail and went to the right. I think, but from our view, it looked like inside.
Okay.
Yeah, I think he hit it with left there.
It was outside English. Yeah, I never say left or right.
Yeah.
I say outside or inside.
Yeah, he hit that with just a fraction of
can never figure it out.
Tell you what, though, he missed his mark right there. He's going to have to shoot a thin one and run into... Yeah, see, he's not happy with us. He didn't pop the cue ball up for the 14 like he wanted, and now he has to shoot either the pink with inside English and go into the 9, or the 1 and hit the 15. You can scratch to the side. He is not thrilled with this one bit. Golly, is he really going to shoot this ball upstairs? This takes so much guts right here. Whew. When you won as many tournaments as Alex, this is just another day at the office. Let's see how he does.
He missed it.
Yeah, I mean it's just a tough shot. Now remember we talked about Marco. Now Alex has just hurt his confidence a little bit with that. So Marco got back to the table with a wounded opponent. It'll be interesting. Now I would say Marco is the maybe the favorite from here.
Yeah. You know, you always want to step to the table with an easy shot for that very reason, to build your confidence. One tiny little step at a time.
Right. Well, you know, the thing is, it's funny, somebody, you know, an inexperienced player might go, why would he shoot the 5? Well, there was reasons, and if it goes in, the rack's a piece of cake, but you can miss the ball, and it's just a testament to how hard pool is. I mean, here's one of the greatest players in the world being inducted to the Hall of Fame, and he missed a shot that, you know, you would think is, you know, like a 7-iron for him. It wasn't brutal, but it wasn't easy.
He was out in the middle of the table
Sure,
and thinks,
sure.
yeah.
And he missed it. I almost have a crystal ball, huh? Have you noticed the shots I mentioned are tough? They are actually tough.
Yeah.
Either you called it or you sharked him.
Yeah,
Either
no,
way.
I don't think he heard me, no.
The commentators are usually
Nice shot.
undefeated.
I like this shot here.
Or what, Jake?
Undefeated.
Undefeated.
Yeah.
This is the shot I missed last night. Now, this shot on camera probably looks pretty easy. This can be missed.
This is tough too.
This is a diamond table, yeah.
A little outside spin here.
Nice shot. See, almost missed it. I'll tell you what.
He split the wicket.
Oh, no, that ball hit the right facing and
I
kind of
know,
jumped.
but the way to
I
miss
guess
it is
that
to
is
hit
the
the
way,
inside facing. You hit the inside.
Yeah, I hit the inside, yeah.
John, I wanted to ask you a question. You know, Alex coming off a 30-ball high run in that last contest. He was at the table. A lot of players running 100. If you're sitting on the sidelines, what are you doing or saying to yourself mentally for when you get back to the table?
Well, you know, for me, I mean, you're just trying to stay positive, and you're trying to say, hey, I hope I get another shot. And if I do, I'm going to do my best. But the inner demons we all deal with, a lot of times you're sitting in the chair because you just missed a ball. So Alex's time over there in the penalty box is no fun because he's not sitting there because he scratched on a break. He's sitting there because he missed one straight in, and it's driving him nuts. And, I mean, if anybody can deal with that, it's Alex. Now, that was a good shot there. He left himself insurance with the 10-8. Now, this is an obvious end pattern. And he might play straight pull, but at the end, you're looking to go like 6, 10, 15, or you're looking to go like 15, 3, 11. So I'll leave you with those thoughts. And next time you're playing a rack of straight pull, that should be jumping off the page at you. Okay, I would suspect he might go 11, 6, 10, 15, well, whatever he does, but it'll be something along those lines.
I mean, the beauty of it is he's got break balls on both sides. He's got you can get out of line and miss your mark, and you're still one of the other patterns will work perfectly.
Sure. Well, Marco is ecstatic to be back at the table, only down 45-34 and running out because with Alex, you know, he's such an explosive player and so talented that anytime he doesn't run 100, you're just about thrilled. Oh, yeah, this is perfect here.
I like the conversation that Jake was bringing up, though, because the difference between playing rotation pool, playing 9-ball, or playing straight pool, one of them is that chair time.
Oh, yeah.
And you get so many more opportunities playing a rotation game that you do have to mentally deal with it differently, I assume.
Well, and two, misses a 9-ball are just accepted because you're constantly playing two-way shots and, you know, trying to hook up. But with straight pull, if you ever miss a ball, you just feel like you've really done something bad, and, you know, it's
It's got to be somewhat of an art, though, right?
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
being able to
absolutely.
stay in it mentally.
Well, you know how some people are like optimists and some people are pessimists? Well, even in pool, that works. You get one player like Marco, he's always chipper and happy, and, you know, I think he's an optimist, which is great, and it lends itself to playing professional pool. I probably would not be classified as an optimist by my friends, but and that doesn't do me any favors, you know. So 39-45, which is basically a tie ball game, but Marco's at the table. Now here's a break shot. Yeah. And so, you know, this break shot here, you're going to have to really hit this hard to get the stack open. Quiet here while he shoots this break shot, too. great shot, but unlucky as can be. The cue ball kind of chewed back into the stack. That was pretty unfortunate right there. But they're so tangled up, he might have a safety. You know, he might be able to do something here. You know, the viewers at home, they see 100 here, 100 there, and they start thinking like it's a piece of cake. You see, it's not a piece of cake to run 100 balls.
Yeah, there's certain matches that just take on a character of their own.
That's right.
And they can just turn into a epic battle of back and forth.
Doing here.
I think he's see if there's safe zone on the right side of the table.
It looks like he could maybe just nick off the 10 and go right over there where he's laying his cue. I don't see what else you can do. Alex is over there thinking, wow, I'm going to get back to the table. Here we go. I mean, it's just going to be to play a safety, but it's better than Marco running 80 on him. Good shot. I'd have to put Marco, the favorite, from this position. For Alex to play a safety and not give up a shot is going to be quite difficult. He's going to have to look at this for a minute.
You think this would be an opportunity to take a foul and just try to totally change the angle?
Yeah, I
approach?
mean, the safety's not going to gain you a ton. Sometimes I take a foul just to see, you know, what my opponent's going to do with it. But the kids now, they're also smart. They're just going to follow your lead. When you take a foul, they're just going to touch the cue ball, take another one. 15 years ago, I'd play somebody straight pull, and you know, I pretty much just wanted to see if they had a clue, and I'd take a foul, and they just try something crazy and blow the safety. But these guys are too smart. Now that was a great little shot right there.
Yeah, it was.
A ball off the ball, stuck the cue ball.
One pocket shot.
Yeah, beautiful shot.
To do from here, John?
I'll be honest with you, he has nothing, Jake. I think he has to. I would consider taking a foul. I would definitely consider it. Yeah, I would take a foul, and then. But Alex is too smart. See, Alex is just going to keep putting you in bad spots. Alex is just going to roll him. Well, see, Alex won't put him back near the 3 because he doesn't want him to be able to go off the 3 to the in rail and back to the blue ball. So Alex might just push the cue ball forward a half inch here, or towards the rail, actually, is where he should put it.
This is liable to be an epic war.
This is exactly what Alex is supposed to do right here. Well, I don't think he can. If Marco could, oh boy, he's looking at a 42 ball combination here. Oh my goodness.
Wow.
Marco did not shoot this combination. Oh
He's
my
called
God.
it.
Well, he must be in somebody's will or something, because like he is not worried about money if he's shooting this.
this is what I meant when I was said earlier. Very aggressive play by the youngster.
Well, yeah, I mean,
This is a 5-ball
of course this will go right in the pocket, but man, you couldn't put a gun on me to shoot this.
What a roadmap here.
I just, man, Marco's, well, I don't know, Marco. You're too good of a player to shoot that shot, buddy. You don't have to just give up because
he knows he's going to glue behind the 11.
I mean,
oh no.
Well, look, I can't stand it when people second guess my opinion, so I'm not going to second guess. He liked the way it looked, and he's a pro, and he makes a living out of making more shots than he misses, so I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt. But that was bordering on just too dang tough, you know. And he's such a great player, and the match is so close that I don't think it's time to take something like that on. But that's me being an older player that's, you know, I mean, I just see everything as difficult. These guys see it as, oh man, I'm straight in. So, but I think that was maybe a little bit too much there. And I say that in the most respectful way, but, you know, I just don't think that was the shot there.
Well, you know,
there was 3 inches of space between like every ball.
I took a shot like that in one of my I took a shot like that in one of my matches, but I was already on 2 fouls. And it's like I had to. There was no safety, nothing possible.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there's a lot of things, circumstances.
Something interesting happened. You see that little rub? Now he has to shoot the shot that he just missed 8 minutes ago, and I guarantee this looks like a basketball through a Fruit Loop right now. This looks tough as hell. Watch this shot here. Good shot. Yeah, that was like not the shot you want to have to shoot after running 1 ball. You know.
You gotta imagine, right, that creeps at your head that I just missed that pocket.
Oh, yeah, and that ball was plenty missable. If you put 2-3 millimeters of right English on it, you'd twist it into the facing and go sit down, you know. Now, he made a nice shot there. See, that combination that Marco shot, the situation there, like if Marco said to me, John, I've never played straight pull ever. I have no idea what I'm doing. There's no way I'm going to outmove Alex. I'm going to shoot at everything. Marco's a great straight pull player and knows what he's doing. And I just...
Well, even like I was saying, if he was,
got him a little
yeah,
bit
if he was on 2 fouls or if, you know, there's maybe other circumstances, but he just wasn't deep enough in the hole to have to shoot it.
Yeah, I mean, the match wasn't getting away from him, and so I think later he'll go, yeah, I probably shouldn't have shot that, but, you know, we all do that. He was feeling positive and optimistic and all that, that's fine, but, I mean, playing straight pull, you are going to shoot a lot of combinations, but when they're all 1.5 inches apart, like, man, that's being a little too froggy, I think, you know. I mean, he's a couple matches away from $10,000, you know. So, see what happens. So, you know, you never know. Alex, Marco might get another shot or two, and that's all in the past. All you can do is be positive and do your best if you get one more turn. This is a much tougher layout than it looks. He's got issues here. He's going to have to really be crafty to get through this rack and leave a break shot. I mean, running the balls off would be tough enough, but leaving a break shot, it's going to take somebody of Alex's skill to pull this off.
I think he's a little straight here.
Right,
with this one ball.
This is just layered with difficulty. The 7-9 doesn't pass. The 6-10, I'm not sure if the 6 passes. Now look here, you're gonna have to shoot a shot upstream.
You have to take his break.
Yeah, this is tough.
It's good.
Well, not only that, he has to shoot this with enough pace to get the cue ball to follow up for the 6-10. So now the 5 isn't going in at trickle speed. It's going to have to be shot in pretty firm, which makes the pockets play smaller. So this has his full attention, I guarantee it. Bridging like he's playing safe. Oh, wow, what a shot. Oh, maybe the 7 goes, you guys. Oh, okay, the 7 goes. I didn't think it passed. All right, that changes things a little bit. Oh, don't hit the 9. Okay. Wow, did he hook himself on that 9 ball? And now he can't shoot the 10?
You have to play the combo here.
Oh,
Wow.
God. That would be...
Is he hooked?
I think so. Yeah, he just bumped the 9 a little bit.
This goes to show you getting a little extra roll and getting straight in.
Mm-hmm.
Certainly can make it problematic.
See what he chooses to do here. Oh my goodness, he can shoot it. Okay. I think he has to hit it with right English though and cut it through the right side of the pocket. What a shot. What a shot.
Was that 9 out of the stack?
Just enough. That's just enough. This takes perfect cue ball control. Your cue ball has to get just right to get on the 6, to get on the 9. And that's a little thin. No, that's beautiful. It's okay.
Yeah, he glide right out in the middle of the field and at a distance where he can reach it well.
That's right. He wants the cue ball to be right between those 2 black spots. That's even okay too, because now you can see it. Yeah, I like this even better.
Somebody else.
It's close whether it can be shot. I think it's okay. It looks like it's outside to me. He can shoot that. I think he's okay. It's okay.
Yeah,
It's
I think
close. You remember that little tool that you... That little tool that the referees use sometimes, that little piece of angle that they'll put up on the ball.
Alex says it's good to be American. Oh, it's in the rack.
Uh-oh.
Oh, man.
He just threw... What are the 2 coins in his hand doing?
He's got to pay off Andy here somehow.
Okay. I'm dying to look at this ball. Oh. No, Alex is not understanding how the rules work. Yes, Alex is wrong.
Because the rack would have actually touched it in the process of racking.
Right. It's
Boy, that was so far on the line. I mean, in terms of discussion,
Yeah.
because if the ghost ball isn't dead on the spot,
Right.
perfect. Let's listen.
Alex is getting a little feisty. He's getting a little mad because he thinks he's kind of, he's just, that's the way it works. If the ball's touching the rack line, it can't be shot. I'm surprised he doesn't know that.
Or watch a foul on the rack here, on the stack.
Wow. Oh, just missed it.
You know how big a roll
This
that
is an
was for
interesting.
Marco?
I like to see this match like this because I think people kind of get the idea that these guys are on 150 every shot. This is oh, that was a good shot. This is kind of cool, and it showcases how difficult straight pull is.
Did those two butter up?
I'll tell you what. If anybody's gonna shoot it, it's this guy. I don't think so. The base of the ball. Yeah, I think some viewers at home are confused. Like, it's not the base of the ball. If any part of that cue ball is touching the line over the line, it's no good. Otherwise, my high run would be 2,300. That stopped me a few times too.
Right. Tough spot here.
Oh, super. Well, Jake, I think what he needs to do, if he can, is thin off the one with high left English and put the cue ball right over where he's standing. Hopefully he doesn't deaden anything, dead. Oh, boy, he's looking at that. If he shoots this combination, I'm throwing an ashtray at him. I mean, this is just not... I mean, he's right in the match. There's no reason to get this aggressive.
You saw earlier, I mean, he made a great shot and then he missed one. So he's definitely attacking, it looks like, every chance he can.
Well, he's also got Alex, who's a little upset right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you have to learn you can't get impatient.
Right, that was the shot right there. Oh, the 5 looks dead now.
You can't get impatient because the games sometimes take on a character that just have to be played this way.
5, he just wired it up. That's unlucky for Marco. He grazed the pile and made the 5 dead. That is just unlucky as can be. And if Alex feels this is really dead, he should blast it. I mean, there's no reason to, baby this in. Just smoke it.
Well, there's induced throw here.
Oh, the 3 ball, as it comes across the face of the 8, is going to be turning. And I think it's going to turn to 5.
I mean, he's hitting the 1, so that there's going to be...
Oh, he went in so nice. Look at this. Oh, my God. Oh, he can make
the 3.
He's got the 3. Okay.
And the 6-4 looks like they've lined up nicely, so there is shots at the top of the table.
It doesn't look like he can see the 3 to me. Of course, that's the camera angle and everything, but... I'll tell you what, it looks close seeing that 3 ball. I mean, he had already damn near shot the 3 if he could see it. This is turning into a pretty wild little match, Okay, he can see the 3. That's a pretty unlucky roll. You shoot a combination of the stack. You move every ball on the table and you get no shot. That's when you're not rolling too good. Yeah, Marco got very unlucky there. I mean, he tickled that shot and then leaves a wired ball. You just can't hardly control that. It's amazing how often that happens, too.
Well, first he got lucky.
Right.
To Alex to not have a break ball. And then he got unlucky to play a safety that turned.
I'll tell you what, though. I don't see much good here. I mean, he's going to have to shoot this 6-4 combination. And now, unless the 15 goes, or the 14's dead off the 8, but man, he's got his work cut out right here. If I was in a practice run feeling froggy, I might pound the cue ball and go 3 rails around the table and into the 10. Like, especially when the cloth is playing real slippery and long, and I know off the 3rd rail it's going to let go, you know.
There's.
Yeah, I
15
think he's
goes.
on the 15. Yeah, that would be a nice little shot.
Well, both players are just looking for an opportunity to start putting something together and shut this thing out.
Well, he's going to shoot this combination. It's a little more difficult than the 15, but it opens up all the balls.
Well, the 15 looks good, but it seems like the cue ball's coming downtown.
It's gonna hit the 11.
Coming down here.
Oh my goodness! You know, it's funny. Combinations are just hard, and they are what always stops the pros. The combinations, but you can't hardly resist them. You know.
Well, you have to shoot them. I mean, maybe not in that circumstance, but playing this game, you got to get good at them.
That's right. You're gonna have to shoot plenty of those. You know. Yeah, it doesn't take much to miss one, but I think he shot the right shot. If he makes it, you know, they open and you're off and running. But like I said, there's nowhere to hide with a straight ball. You're going to have to shoot missable shots constantly, and you are going to miss some. Marco just has to be thrilled to be back to the table. You know, Alex has had 3 or 4 offensive opportunities and has only amassed 62 balls, which by his standard is not ideal. So if Marco's ever going to win a big straight pool tournament, this is about as good a time as any, because Alex is not firing on all 8 cylinders right now. So I like the 2 break shot. The 15's okay. The pink ball upstairs, you know, you want the 13 as the connector to that pink ball. So you want to make the 10, then the 4, then the 13, and then you get down here in traffic, you got a lot of options. I would suspect that's what he does. Because like I said, Marco's a very smart player. And then going to overlook little subtle spots to make the rack easy. Although I think he might be nudging the 14 here, which kind of free. I mean, it was a free shot, but now you're shooting off a break shot here with the 2, which is okay, but it's not, you know, it's not ideal, honestly. You want to leave as many break shots as you can. Okay, see, he's smartly shooting this ball off and saving it.
Just come across the table.
Right.
Get the 14 or the 8 next.
Right, that was pretty good shot. A lot of times here, like, you can make this 14 and stop, and then shoot the 11 and draw into the 8. It's free. Maybe draw into the 15 a little. But that 4 ball up there, that is a run-ender. That ball, the way it's laying, it's going to have to connect to something, or you're going to be scrambling.
Right, when he had to shoot that 13, and that was his connection from the 4 to get him back downtown easy.
He slid the ball in there nicely.
So, it looks like he's trying to keep that 15 as the break ball. It is close to the line, but this one's definitely out. And using that ball up table makes the most sense. If not, nope, he's still trying to make break balls. Good shot. Good shot. Now suddenly that pink ball upstairs has become less of a problem instantly.
like the 11 ball here for his break ball.
Yeah, he manufactured that nice and gave it a little nudge. That's world-class straight pull. Now these little shots are tricky. It's, you know, that 4 ball is so easy, but he's smartly taking real care to make sure that he gets the proper angle on that ball. You know, he absolutely does not want to get straight in. You got to be careful so that he can go 2 rails in this case, or whatever he chooses, but angle is your friend. Actually, playing straight pull, it's kind of interesting that, you know, angle is really important, and being able to get straight in on balls is really important, and you have to know when to do both. Uh-oh. That's short. He just seemed like he had a little bit of a dead ball there. It's like he was afraid of it getting away from him, so he did not put much or any English on it, and it just had kind of a dead ball to it because he lost about 1.5 foot of energy. Actually, the angle, if he had a little more spin on it,
yeah, you know, it's funny because
he would have come off that second rail a little different angle too.
I almost would have liked him, since the ball was so close to the pocket, is to just put a little inside it, and it would have come straight down.
Well, I think he would have been afraid to do that because it might have put him, if it didn't catch well, it would have put him in the position he's in right now.
Yeah, yeah.
All right. Well, we can keep our fingers crossed. Pull for him. Oh.
Wow.
That is just a pressure-induced miss. I mean, you know, he hit it fat, and that break shot, 90% of the time, when you miss it, you're going to hit it fat.
Yeah.
And that is just, you know, your body just tends to you know, jerk in that way. You don't overcut those. It's strange. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, may I introduce the 1990 straight pull world champion, Mr. Bob Hunter.
Yeah.
And the crowd goes wild. If there was a crowd, they would be going wild, Bob.
Yeah, I'm going to take over for John.
John taking a little break.
Yeah.
Bob, you been up in the stands watching the match?
Off and on. Yeah, I haven't seen the whole thing start to finish, but
They've been struggling. They've been struggling. They both missed break balls. They just can't, having that hard time getting any momentum.
yeah, it goes that way sometimes.
Yeah, and as they keep missing shots that are disappointing, you know what that does to your confidence.
Sure. I know what it does to mine.
Yeah. Sometimes you have sometimes you have the sensation when you're watching a match that it actually feels like it's putting you in stroke. You know, just watching them play.
Right.
Because everything starts looking easy and it looks natural and it's comfortable and it's fun and it's all these things that put you in stroke.
Right.
Then there's other times where you're watching a match and it puts you out of stroke, gets you scared to death of everything.
Yeah. Guys like this are struggling. It makes you realize how hard the game really is, and what it is they're actually doing when they play well.
Yeah. You're kind of known as one of the master pattern guys. Your head's shaped that way. You think about those things.
Yeah.
What are you seeing here?
Well, it's not much right here. I mean, the best break ball looks like that stripe that's kind of high on the rack right now, anyway. And there's really not a great key ball or anything that looks like a pattern right at the moment. They're gonna have to break up those balls a little bit more before anything.
So right now he's just trying to manufacture a ball to get into those balls safely.
Yeah, he wants to get into those balls and be fairly sure he's gonna have a shot at something that's not moving on the shot. You know, like here, if he's, well, I don't know, he's jacking up here. Oh.
Trying to get a little gentle angle to get into the balls. There.
Yeah, he wanted a little angle. Looks like he got kind of straight.
It's funny how the placement of that 8 ball is. It just doesn't open anything. You know, it's in that kind of dead zone that just doesn't.
I mean, he may shoot this. Well, looks like he might shoot the 8 now. I don't know.
I think he's going to have to abandon that 15 ball if he doesn't have an angle here.
Now, I think I might have shot that shot with draw, go to the rail, come out for the 3, shoot the 3, go to the bottom rail, and try and disturb those balls a little
just
bit
get
and have a
above
shot
them.
at the 8.
Try to get above them.
Yeah. Now if he goes up, yeah, they'd probably go up and shoot the stripe now to break them up.
When you're going into little groups like this, you're paying real close attention to which ball you're going into, and
I wouldn't have done it the way he did there, but it worked fine. I think if he would have gone full into that top strike ball, I don't know what it is, the 11 or 12 or something.
pink.
Yeah, if he would have hit full into that, then he'd be. And the cue ball stayed in that area, he'd be pretty straight on that 4 ball, I guess, in the corner. But he moved all the lower balls there. And I kind of liked hitting the 12 ball better, because I think it would have offered him more potential break balls. He may try and bump something here for a break, to make a break ball.
He's going to come straight across table, right? It came a little bit higher. Maybe that combination is laying pretty good.
Yeah, maybe the 12 ball pop out for a break ball, shooting the combination. No.
Well,
He's
the
using
2
the
ball.
2, yeah.
Actually, has he got a little nudge angle here?
I wouldn't do it at this point. I mean, you got a good break ball in the 2, and a good key ball in the 1. You know, if you try and
nudge it, don't get a perfect
nudge.
nudge.
12
No.
out, and you don't, you know, then you're gonna struggle getting on it.
Yeah, that's a good point.
And if you do end up with a 2 ball, then you've shot your key ball off. You know, this is pretty cut and dried here. Simple to do.
Was Alex on the scene when you were still? When you were still playing full time?
Yeah. Trying to think here. When I first saw Alex, he might have actually come on the scene after
I mean,
had pretty much quit. I think
I remember him in one of the early Reno tournaments and stuff. But he was just a kid. I mean, he was 19 or 20 years old.
Yeah, but I don't think those weren't the early Reno tournaments.
No, well, they were the late tournaments for me and you, but early, I'm talking about his career.
Oh.
I think he did he played some of those Reno tournaments when he was, just came onto the scene. That was still happening.
Yeah, but the Reno tournament was still going on after I had quit, so I'm not really sure. I'm trying to think. I think he was came around a little bit after I had quit. Last year I played full-time pool, was 92, and I think the first time I saw Alex was about 95.
Bob, one of our viewers wants to know, are you still making cues?
I'm spending very little time doing that. I'm kind of semi-retired. I'm not taking orders anymore. I've got 2 little kids now, and they take up a lot of time. Having a hard time finishing cues when I had promised them, so.
Alex and Marco on a break here. If you guys want to just hang tight, we'll bring you back all the rest of the coverage of this match momentarily. Thank you. You're watching BSN.
Stop complaining.
What is it deep inside of us that's always seeking the answers to the toughest questions about who we are and what we're truly capable of? The part deep inside us that's prepared to endure suffering and hardship to find out what we are really made of. It's only when you strip it all away and you think you have nothing left, that's when the game really begins. And then, and only then, you can begin to find out what you are really made of. How deep are you willing to go? How far are you prepared to push yourself? How much do you yearn to discover your true potential? So don't ask yourself why. Ask yourself, what if? What if I could actually do this? Then you will discover what legends are made of. Never quit and never give up. So don't ask yourself if you play well enough to wear Lights Out Billiards apparel. Lights Out is for everyone. We stand for integrity, dedication, power, and strength. But most of all, not for what you are, but for what you want to become. Every athlete is born to compete, but only the very best play Lights Out. Shop lightsoutbilliards.com.
right, Alex. Pagulayan back from the break.
Well, there's nothing he would like to do more than to close this baby out.
Yeah, this is a break ball you want to hit with high left, so the cue ball goes to the rail and comes out toward the middle of the table.
Just like that.
Yeah, it's just been a tale of two tapes here, Bob, since the first match. Ruslan started out on fire, going to 141. And in this match, a little bit different. A lot of back and forth, a couple uncharacteristic misses. It's been tough, for both players.
Probably want to get that 6 ball out of there fairly early. Then he could use that stripe near it for a break ball.
Maybe that 411 looked like it's a little bit lined up under.
Yeah, that's a possibility too.
But he's got to clear the 3 in order to make that pocket available. Like if 3's in the open. How concerned are you with the 8? Would you get that out now, go 10-8?
No, I wouldn't be worried about that ball at all. That might be a good part of a pattern later.
To get you on the key ball.
It's near a long rail. It's easy to get on. My main concern would be that cluster in the rack area right now. He may go into him with this 14 ball. I don't like it, but
You don't like it, meaning because you don't know what the results are going to be, or you wouldn't do it?
I wouldn't do it. I mean, you don't know where your cue ball is going to end up.
Could end up there.
They got a little fortunate. I think you can see the 6 ball here. Tight.
10 or not.
Yeah, it's tight.
You're just gambling when you do something like that, you know. I think if he had removed that 6 ball, then that stripe ball that was above it would have been a good ball to break that cluster with, and it would have been a lot less risk going about it that way.
Bob, tell me about the perspective.
I really think if he could shoot the 6, he would have done it by now.
Yeah. Looks like the
you
11.
could shoot 6 and then get on the 11 and push balls out where you could make a break ball. And everything would be pretty good.
He's now called the 6. So either he can see it or combo, right?
It's like massing it or maybe or something.
Wow.
I mean, if it does. Looks like he's got to hit a little half a masse.
Yeah, a little bender.
Yeah, or a combination. I'm not. I really think if he could just shoot it straight in, he would have done it by now.
Oh, jeez.
He's playing a combination. Nice shot.
Nice shot. Bob, tell me about the different perspective you see from the game now to when you were playing straight pool and coming up.
There's so many more great players now than there were back then. And equipment's tougher. It's things have changed a lot.
We were a few days.
We got all these European players and Chinese players and Philippines, and they're everywhere now, and they're not soft draws.
we were a few days into this tournament, and we'd already had 6 players run 125 and out. Shut out their opponents.
It's crazy.
Did you see that in those days?
No, you didn't see. You usually didn't see that many runs, that many big runs like that in a tournament, and the equipment was easier. Generally, I mean, there were a few tournaments where the equipment was pretty tough, but
all the racks just look tough.
yeah. Well, you know, if the pockets were bigger on these tables, this combination down here on the bottom rail wouldn't seem like a tough shot at all, as long as you were anywhere over to, on our right anyway, side of the table. But,
Yeah.
boy, on these tables, that's a ball that could be missed, you know, unless you hit it really pure.
Well, it looks like he's going to go with 11-8, and then he's trying to figure out exactly how to just, get in the middle of the table and start rolling forward, but he has no break balls.
Yeah, I think he's probably from here going to go 11, 8, 9, and then he's got to do something with those 2 balls in the bottom rail. I don't know if he can go into him here or just get over on that side where he can shoot that combination. I guess that's a 4 and 15 on the bottom rail. The colors look a little funny on this monitor, but take a peek over at the actual table and we can tell.
He's got the 4 and the 15 down there on the rail, but
he's still leaving them there.
wow.
Now that makes me kind of think that he feels more comfortable with them
Than I do.
than you do.
Yeah. Problem is, if you leave him for last and you shoot the combination,
Becomes your key ball, yeah.
then you gotta hope your judgment of where that first ball is gonna go is, accurate.
Well, he did have that strike ball as the best potential break ball the whole time, and he's managed to get all the balls out without having to use it or disturb it.
Yeah.
It's never easy.
Nobody wants to end up with this at the end of the rack. I'm sure he had some other kind of plan at some point that went a little bit awry.
He certainly didn't want to be that close to the 15.
This little nip, this is no fun.
No.
Try to inside English and try to lengthen it out a little bit where he doesn't have too deep of an angle.
That's the one thing about these tables. You can hit shots pretty soft, and they will keep rolling until they get to the pocket.
And they will roll straight.
Yeah. So that helps a little bit in situations like that.
Good
That's
shot.
a nice shot.
Well, John Schmidt had to step out from the commentator's booth. He was having a bit of a cough attack for one reason or another. We did want to thank his sponsors, Easy Street Billiards, who puts him out here on tour, and of course Predator Cues, Lou Sardo, town chalk. And of course, always a big thanks to Q Master Billiards and to Peter Burrows and Andy Lincoln and the Frank, Darren and Michael Frank and everybody that makes this tournament happen. It's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, great venue down here at Q Masters in Virginia Beach. Used to be home to the U.S. Open.
Well, he definitely hit that at make the ball speed. You know, the other stages of the tournament are different confidence levels where he would have just powered that in, but he missed a break ball earlier in this game and got lucky to get back into the game, so he does not want to do that.
Yeah, just as John left, you could see this is, I remember this tough break shot here by Marco Teutscher. Got a little steep here. You see he just misses it completely. And Alex has been back at the table ever since.
Well, if this 8-4-9 is anywhere near on, he looks like his only shot.
It looks like it's laying good, but there's an inch and a half between each ball.
Wow. Great shot there by Alex.
He would have liked to roll down a little farther so he could shoot the 14 or the 5. Oh, actually,
that one ball connects into anything.
Looks thinner on the monitor than it does when you look at the table. I think he can just shoot this soft.
Yeah, he can get on balls. Either of those balls underneath.
Yeah. Bump the 4 here. Or bump the 14. What's he doing? Yeah, hit the 4. Well, he's got to shoot the 7 on the side, I think. Or if he's laying good enough on it, he can shoot the 2, I guess.
Should open it up a little bit for him here.
Well, it looks like it's the 14 is allow him to open those 2 balls here on the bottom rail safely.
Yeah.
10-11 sitting down there. Good shot, nudges it out.
All right. 6 is a good break ball. Shoot the 3 and go up and try and get the 2 out of there.
Yeah. I like that shot. That would give him lots of options.
Yeah.
I think if Alex manages to get out from here, that kind of decidedly wild combination that Marco took might be the shot he remembers from this match.
Yeah. And that really wasn't even the one that, if you think about it,
he kind of got away with it.
Yeah, because he got back at the table after that.
You know, Bob, you were talking about coming up there and getting on the 2. I thought that would have been a very good shot because he could have got straight in on that 11 upstairs. He would have definitely got on the 2.
Yeah.
That would have been a good shot. Not that he's made a mistake. It's just
I don't know if he's planning on shooting the 2 on the side or up in the other end in the corner.
Yeah, he may have decided that. Yeah.
Maybe his plan is to do it after the 15 here, but it doesn't look like he got really straight on the 15. He's going to have to
follow with inside English and get back up to that 2-ball spot where you were talking about the first time. There you are. That's where you were talking about 2 shots ago.
Right. Thing is, when you get there the way he just did, you're moving your cue ball like 5 feet, and if you don't land, he shot 6 instead. Yeah.
Uh-oh.
I guess they were both good enough balls to use for break balls. That
more trickiness.
Yeah. We've seen this.
Bridging over a ball, trying to draw your ball.
Alex has not had a easy rack here. I think this whole entire match, everything's been kind of feels like work out there.
Yeah.
All right, smooth it in. Roll up table a foot. 2 feet.
Yeah. Good speed.
These diamond tables are a 1-piece slate, like a bar table. And the benefit of that is they really roll straight. They roll them in 1 piece like a bar table.
Yeah.
And
that leveling system is what makes them so nice. I mean, I forget how many points under the slate where they can tweak it up or down and get the tables rolling perfect. Yeah, he worked it out.
Yeah, remember you remember, of course you remember, playing those tournaments where it was the nap cloth, the Stevens cloth, and they had to set the tables up for every piece for every tournament, brand new, so you were playing on ice for the first couple matches. Everything would slide so much, and every bank slid long and position slid long. And then as the tables
would change so much from the beginning of the tournament to the end.
Yeah.
By the end of the tournament, they were playing nice, but in the beginning of the tournament, they were just like playing on ice, like you said. It was when they started using Simonis in tournaments, changed things a lot because there wouldn't be much difference in the play of the table from the beginning of the tournament to the end. Very slight, break-in period.
Right. A tour player at that time had to have a really strong game at both conditions. In the middle condition.
Yeah. The guys who could adjust the fastest had a big advantage, and I think that was one of Siegel's strong points. Was he adjusted to strange conditions faster than anybody I ever saw.
Well, Alex made it over the 100 mark, so he only needs 43 balls.
I was going to say that's a spot where you could take a free shot to go over and get on the 6 on the side right there, which is, I think, what he was trying to do.
I think he got there.
Yeah.
Well,
you take that 6 off there, you get a great break ball sitting there. And, if he hadn't gotten there, he'd still have the ball on the end rail or that 9 ball.
Right. Yeah, that's what we're talking about, is trying to get into positions where you've got multiple easy shots.
Yeah, you're always trying to take the speed factor out of the equation. You know, where if you miss
Come
hit
up
the
a
ball,
little short or a little long, you're
come
still
up a little
good.
short or a little long, you still got something you can work with. You know, when you're dependent on your speed to get just right on one ball, and you're going to have nothing if you don't get there, it's not the best way to play straight pool.
You know, thinking a little bit more about this conversation, we were talking about the players from the different eras. The conditions being so dramatically different with brand new slick cloth, and then changing so much by the end of the tournament. That's one difficulty you guys had to contend with.
Yeah.
That the players don't now. They can get used to these pristine conditions and play their best on these one condition. It's a good point.
Yeah. Yeah, the only time you got to really worry about anything different in tournaments nowadays is sometimes they'll have the TV table underneath some lights, you know, that keep it warmer and drier. And, you know, if the rest of the tables, if it's a little humid or whatever, the rest of the tables might be playing a little different than the TV table. But in the old days, you were guaranteed to see a big change in equipment from the beginning of the tournament till the later rounds.
I think about it too logistically in terms of putting on a tournament and them having to cart in, 10 tables and put them together every piece at a time, and then take them all apart. And
Yeah.
Diamond's really created a win-win with this table.
Yeah, it's they've
Well,
done some pretty
good. We
innovative
get to see
things.
some behind-the-back Filipino pool to round out our experience here.
Yeah.
You can tell Alex is set on it nicely here now.
Yeah, I wonder if he's got any angle on this where he could bump that 11 a little bit, maybe. I don't think so. Wonder if he could follow it 2 rails and come underneath and bump the 9 a little bit. Or he may just be dead straight in. Can't do either one.
I think
He
the
may
3
just-
is a clean.
Yeah, he punched out, bumped
Yeah.
the 11. Yeah.
This 3 down here with the 13 or something, it goes, right? It looks
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah.
I mean, he's going to get a strange little double kiss off the 13. That might be hard to, depending on what angle he has on it.
Yeah. Well, he should be able to. I think his contact with the 12 will be very light, and it's not going to move very far.
Should allow him to just nurse it away, just to put it in
Yeah.
the same pocket.
Yeah, if he draws the ball, he's just going to clip the 12 a little bit, and maybe he'll shoot the 12 first. I don't know. Yeah,
He's
it looks
running
like,
through it.
Looks like he's shooting the 12 to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it went.
And the 1 and the 9 and the 3, and use the 11 for your key ball, I guess. I mean, he could also, that's a little touchier though. I mean, if he can't stay there for the 9, I guess he could go 1.
11.
And then take care of the lower balls. It's not really connect the dots, but you can make it work. These guys, their speed control is pretty good. And they got to move the ball a little ways to get on their break ball. It doesn't usually bother them.
Because of the reach.
Yeah,
He's going to take the 9 now.
Well, I think he was worried about if he shot the 11, tried to get on the 9, he could end up jacked up.
Or
Yeah,
too steep of an angle.
At 7, yeah, and this is better. He can go 3 rails here, 2 rails, whatever, and get on the 11. Yeah, this is a good key ball.
Just pump this cue ball off the rail and come back.
Yeah, he's going to want to draw it back, make sure he can reach it. Yeah, now see if he had come away from the rail farther, it would be hard for him to reach, but seeing as that cue ball is off to the side there, closer
Seems
to the
like
rail.
a really sweet spot. Yeah, if he would have come across, he'd have had a straighter angle, which means he'd had to hit it harder.
Yeah, and he would have a harder time reaching it too.
Yeah, I think this is
he's in the right spot for him.
Yeah,
for sure.
Well, Alex won a high run of 56 in this match. Previous was 30 and 14. He just needs 31 balls now.
Can the people at home, Jake, see those stats when they come up?
Absolutely. Everything that you see on this right in front of you is what they see.
Nice.
They can even see that Brews and Q's logo down on the bottom.
Yeah, everything. We have all our rotating sponsors through there.
They can even see the PQ Tip logo.
Jerry doing a little sponsor advertising.
What's that BSN? What does that stand for?
Oh, goodness.
You've been getting really good numbers to these shows.
Yeah, it's funny. We were just looking at the views this morning since Tuesday, and man, I think it was. I have to take a look at it again, but it's like 56,000 views or something like that.
How
54. Wow.
How can we get $1 from each of them?
I just got to ask him.
Oh. He's saying, that's what I've been doing.
Just ask. Of course, BSN, we never do pay-per-view here. We always provide the full HD stream for free for all the fans.
I think you know something about this online things that maybe others don't know.
A couple things for sure. He's left himself a little tough here.
Yeah, he can shoot this one ball. I think it's the one, and go over for the 5, or he can go into the balls. He went over,
and not going into the balls is a better shot.
Yeah, especially with as many.
That 4 ball, once he clears this other traffic, that 4 ball into those little stack looks like it goes in nicely to the left pocket.
Yeah, the 3-ball cluster
on the right
side is what I was.
They're more of a problem.
A little concerned about, yeah. See, now what he can do is shoot the 5 and then the 14 and break up that 3-ball cluster.
I hope he's not hooked with the 6 ball.
No, I think he can see the 5. I think if he just stops his cue ball right there, he'll have a good angle on the 14 to break that cluster.
A little inside juice here to hold it up, I think.
No,
well, he's got the 6.
For the 6.
Yeah.
See,
it's solving a problem that's not as serious as the other one.
Yeah, and the fewer balls there are on the table when you go to break up that last cluster,
those are your bullets.
Choices, yeah, your insurance balls, sort of.
If he takes this 6 ball now and just bumps the 11 and 10 right out, he just needs to nudge him just a little bit, right, Jerry?
Yeah, but now we're trying to construct key ball or break balls to get on that little 3-ball trifecta there.
That was perfect.
Yeah, now he's got a couple different issues.
This is tricky.
The 10 may not be out of the rack there, and he's got to break that cluster. I think he should have stayed below the balls, used the 14 to break those up like 3 shots ago or whenever it was.
I agree, but you know, it's hard to make every decision correct.
No,
when you're down there.
That's exactly right. Things a lot of times look a lot different when you're at the table than they look to somebody like us who's on the side. And
yeah, I mean,
pretty easy.
there's no question. You never have the view that the player does. Even if you're the opponent in the game and you're sitting right there, you don't have the view of when you're really intricately looking.
So,
you know,
it's easy for us to make a bad call from here.
He may like that 3-15 combination. I mean, I wouldn't shoot it with ball in hand, but he's, you know, one pocket player.
Yeah.
He may love that shot.
Well,
yeah, when he was coming off that ball on the side, you could see he was frustrated. He was trying to get right on that 4 ball.
He's shooting that combination.
I think so. He's kind of run out of options at this point. I think he has to shoot it.
Well, he could waste another bullet trying to get another angle, but then, yeah,
no, it's too late.
Knowing Alex, he likes this shot.
Yeah, the 3 looks like when it comes off the rail, it's going to hit that stripe over there. Oh, it didn't.
He could have got a really bad kiss there to the cue ball.
Yeah.
Well, he's making it work here. The 3 and the 14 are workable. They're not good. Even that 11 on the side. Is that 11 or it's 11?
That's 12 right there. He's playing now, and then you.
That's a 13 over there on the other side of the table.
Slow down. Slow down. Yeah.
Well, I think he's going to use probably he could use either one, the 14 or the 5 for his key ball here. He's got to shoot that 4 ball down the rail, then the 9, and the 14 and 5. What it looks like to us, anyway.
You know, we're talking about with John is the thing that's so tricky about straight pool is the phony speeds that you have to shoot balls at. You know, if this was his game-winning ball to just shoot this pink ball, you know, the difference between that or having to slow roll it in is huge.
He's going to use one of the balls behind the rack for the break ball, I guess. And now he's going to go to the 9 to the pink ball on the side rail, and then use one of those balls underneath the rack for a break ball.
Saw this earlier, Bob, where the ball was very close to the rack, and he thought it was out of it. So
right.
He doesn't want to take any chances there.
Slow down.
He's okay here.
Yeah, you can follow this with a little bit of inside. Stay on this side of the balls. Probably shoot the 5 and use the 14 for the break ball. He'd like to have been a little further down, but he can still spin this and hit it soft. He'll be all right. Oh, he's drawing it?
Spinning it into the hole, and so he could. But I mean, this comes off the rack so weird. This is really gonna. He didn't want to lose his angle, and he thought that being able to twist that ball in, he could stay under that stripe the best.
Yep.
But it's going to be screwy coming off of that corner ball. We'll see exactly.
That's how you catch that corner ball.
Oh, he's going to need this rack and 3 balls.
He should hit it pretty full here. He should get a good break, and the cue ball will not have a lot of speed on it after it hits the rack.
This is going to be all about. Marco made a mistake on the count of the balls. He was going over there changing the display and gave him 10 extra balls. So it said 143.
Somebody in the crowd said something about it.
Yeah, somebody corrected it, but Alex was joking with him and saying, "It's not. Stay out of it. It's none of your business."
What a break there.
Yeah, he caught that corner ball real full. Took most of the speed off the cue ball. Got a nice spread.
Yeah, that was that. That was hit very well.
Yeah. Shoot the 10 now. Bump the 11 a little bit maybe. Get a shot at the 8. Open all that stuff up over in that corner.
He was trying to hit that ball real full.
Oh, yeah.
He's got
all
the
right.
5.
Yeah.
What is that? Or it's the 1 down here. He's got that.
Scary though when you don't get that full hit and the cue
Yeah.
ball's moving. Where is it going to stop? Like you can follow this right up into those balls in the rack area. Gently. Ooh,
That's a skid.
Yeah.
Wow.
That sounded like a skid.
It did sound like a skid, yeah. He's going to clean the cue ball now.
That's a new addition to the game. That didn't exist when you were playing.
No, you very rarely would see anybody clean a ball in the middle of a run. There had to be something really ugly on the cue ball before they'd let you do that. And it always would have been a ref to do it. You know, nowadays the players trust each other to.
Well, that's an advent of the European players. That's what they brought to one of the things they brought to the game from snooker. Well, he needs to get on one more break ball to shut this game out.
12 ball's in a pretty nice position to be a good key ball.
To the 7? Well, no, which one's the 12?
The 12 is up by the side, between the side pockets.
Oh, the one he's going to shoot right now?
Well, I mean, he may shoot it right now. I would try to save it if it was me. Because those balls over on the side rail, what is it, the 15?
Yeah, you got the 15
and the 4
and the 7.
And 7, those are all good balls to get on that key ball.
Connect it nicely, yeah.
And it would be tough to get the 4 out of there without shooting the 7 first, even though the 7's a little bit nicer break ball than the 12 or 13.
13 is over there.
I mean, on the ball on the
yeah,
other
okay,
side.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
13 ball.
Well, that was an interesting choice.
Yeah. The 9 is not nearly as good a key ball as the 12 was because there's nothing that gets you straight in on it.
Yeah, you
It's
have to
stop
go to a
shot,
rail.
you know, or nearly a stop shot. You got to move your cue ball a little bit to get on it. I think the 5 ball goes in the other corner if he gets on the other side of that cluster. So if he can shoot the 6 and follow, bounce off the end rail, come up for maybe even the 15 in the corner, but somewhere on that side of the table, I think the 5's makeable. He's looking at going over there now. Wow. Well, now he can save the 7 for a break ball. And he could use the
15 is the key.
or he could use the 4. You know, if the 4 is your key ball, you don't have to move it very far to.
But that's
to
the only
get
shot
to
he's
the
got
7.
right now, isn't it? The pink
Oh, I
4.
think the 5 goes.
But isn't this one the 4? The pink one?
Yeah, but I think this is the 5 down here behind the 2.
Oh, he can
I
see.
think
Oh,
that
right,
goes in the
right,
corner.
right. Yeah. Right.
So yeah, he could use the 15 and the 4 for the last 2 balls in the rack, or the 12 and the 4,
Mm-hmm.
or 13, whatever that ball is on the other side. Well, doesn't look like he's going to be doing that now. Yeah, here he could shoot either
I think he was just trying to get
the
nothing.
13 or the 15 and get 3 in the right-hand lower corner.
I think he was trying to get much more to the center of the table, and he ended up favoring the right a little bit, because then he could have been on this stripe on the left or the 9.
Yeah, here he can shoot the 13, then the 2 and the 3, then the 9, then the 15 and the 4. You know, I mean, I'll be surprised if he doesn't play it that way. 2 and 3 here. Play for angle on the 9 to get over on the 15.
Bob, what's the largest deficit you remember coming back from in a straight pool match? You won the World Championship in 1990?
90, yeah. But most of those matches I won by pretty big margins. The only close match was against Mizrak.
Well, I'm not necessarily talking about that particular event.
Yeah.
But what's the largest margin you remember coming back from?
Oh, I was playing a 100-point game one time where I was down 90 to -10, and I won.
Wow.
Do you have memories of being way ahead and losing?
Well, that if you just haven't played enough, if that hasn't happened to you.
Yeah.
I was playing Scott Kiddo in the World Championship one year.
Scott Kiddo, I haven't heard that name in a long time.
And we were playing on these antique type tables with
Drop
the
pockets.
drop pockets,
Leather
the
drop pockets,
leather
yeah.
drop pockets. Yep. And
Let's hold on one second. This shot might be the whole match right here. Beautiful. Well, he's on the hair on the wrong side.
oh, he's fine here. The little bit of angle in this break ball is not going to really scare him. So even if his cue ball's right on the rail, he's going to draw it back a foot and
Or none.
or stop it.
There you go. Okay, Scott Kiddo, leather drop pocket, antique table.
I'm shooting my game ball, and it hit the back of the pocket, and it popped back out on the table. And I was just like in shock, you know. I mean, and later on, I shot the shot a few more times, hitting it harder, and it stayed in. Just the speed that I shot it, you know, it could pop out. And he needed 70, 71, something like that. And he ran some balls, and then he missed a break ball and hung it in the jaws and left the cue ball. He missed the rack, too. He left the cue ball on the other side of the rack. I kicked at it.
Hold on one second.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is all she
all over
wrote.
but the crying.
or bridge.
Roll softly into the 10 and 15. Ooh. Ooh.
15 in the
I
side.
don't think he wanted to do that. He caught that ball a little thin, I think.
15 in the side.
He needs one ball, right?
See the combination.
14.
Oh my gosh. He's going to scratch.
Oh my God.
Gosh.
I cannot believe it.
Wow. He stepped up and shot it so fast. And he just accidentally drew it too much there. He didn't.
I was straight on the 15. How come you didn't tell me?
Marco tells him, you were straight in on the 15.
Wow.
He just laughs and says, how come you didn't tell me?
I mean, can you
Can
you believe this?
That's why everybody loves Alex. He can do something like that and then joke about it, laugh at himself.
Okay, so you've got 20 seconds to finish your story.
Oh, I think I might have more than that.
No, I mean,
somebody want
no,
to put Alex on suicide watch.
no, I meant until he shoots, or
I mean, I had the only other shot I had in the game was, when he had missed that break ball, left it gagged in the hole, and the cue ball on the other side of the rack. I kicked at it, and I touched it. I hit it. It wiggled a little bit, but it still didn't fall. And then I didn't shoot anymore. So that was one that I lost from having pocketed my game ball. It bounced out.
Okay, well, Alex went from needing 1 to now needing 2, and giving him ball in hand behind the line.
And he's on a foul.
So
Marco doesn't really need to run out. I mean, he could, if he gets in trouble, he can take a foul. And,
those are the words from a real old school straight pull player. You guys don't ever forget when your opponent's on a foul. If you're playing, I think this is a test that you guys use. If you're playing somebody and they forgot that you're on a foul, it tells you what level of straight pull they play.
Yeah. I mean, we used to be able to use that, but nowadays, a lot of these guys shoot so straight and they run so many balls, and they're less familiar with the little strategy moves and stuff like that because it doesn't come up that often. They're always just running out.
Right.
But as far as the old school philosophy about the game, you're right. We would always remember if we were on a foul or if our opponent was on a foul, and it's a tool you might have to use.
Absolutely, and the real trick here is that he might run 70 balls, and even after that 70 balls, you better remember.
That's right.
Because if he sticks some stuff on the stack,
the way to do it is, the way I've always done it is, if I ever get in trouble, I don't like where I am. That's one of the first things I ask myself: is my opponent on foul? And you make a mental note of it when it happens. So, usually remember. A funny story about Danny Baruti. I was playing him in the World Tournament once, and I ran a few balls, and I got in kind of a spot, and I looked up and said to Danny, "You're on a foul, aren't you?" And he says, "I don't know, am I?" and I said, yeah, you kissed off the 11 and scratched in the side before, remember? And he goes, oh, yeah, okay. So then a little while later in the game, I'm on a foul, and he's shooting, and he shoots a break ball, but he misses the rack, and the cue ball ends up behind the rack. Now, he remembers that I'm on a foul.
he knows.
And I know that he knows I'm on a foul. He's one of those guys that never forgets, And, but he gets down like he's trying to fan the corner ball, trying to play safe, leave me upstairs. And I'm laughing to myself He's putting on this act here, you know. There's no way he's going to hit this ball. Sure enough, he shoots the cue ball down table, and he doesn't touch the corner ball in the rack, and he throws his hands up in the air like, oh my God, you know. And now he's hoping that I'll just take a foul, thinking he's on the first one.
Right, right.
But I get up and I kick down table into the back of the rack and disturb him a little bit. And he looks at me and goes, "Don't you ever forget." And I was telling that story to somebody else a little while ago. I was actually talking with Danny and another guy, and the other guy was saying, "I've seen him do that 100 times."
That's a New York move.
Yeah.
All right, let's see. Let's give the kids some good vibes here.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Good shot.
Well, let's take another look at this shot by Alex Pagulayan.
Maybe Alex would like to see it again.
You see he's got the 15 ball here right dead in the side pockets.
He shoots it so quick, though. It just looks so easy to him. He just like mishits it and draws it too
Yeah, but
much.
I think he hit the 10 first is what happened.
Yeah.
Right,
He
right.
hit the 10 first, and the 10 gave him that crazy carom
Came
angle.
off that angle, yeah.
If he would have hit the 1, there was no way to scratch.
Well, he sees that again. He's,
Probably not, but he shot it kind of quick, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was just because he mishit it and hit the 10 first.
Right.
Well,
I mean, for being way behind in a match, you got to feel good about the fact that your opponent's on a foul anyway, you know. And if you do get in trouble,
little safety valve.
you're probably going to be able to outmove them.
Well, this young kid has been playing very well in this tournament. Certainly can run 88 balls out here. What a story that would be.
Yeah. When I first got into pool, I used to go over to Lansing and watch tournaments at Joe Farhad's pool room. And all the good players would come. And he had a straight pool tournament one time where Cicero Murphy was playing with Patchai, Jafar Bashir, original name Henry Burnett, but Bashir ran 115 his first shot against Cicero, playing 125 points. And Murphy won the game. He ran like a 90, played safe, a little safety battle, you know. He got another shot and ran out on him. Run 115 your first shot and
Get beat.
And then get beat, yeah. Can happen. And there was a straight bull tournament. I wasn't there, but Siegel and Rempe were playing each other. 200-point game. And I can't really remember who. I think Siegel was way ahead, like 180-something to 15. And lost the game. I don't know if Rempe ran out or if it was a couple different runs. But that was one of the biggest deficits that I ever heard of.
I've never gotten to see Rempe play straight pool. I mean, I don't know if there must be videos out there, but
Yeah.
I don't think Fleming even has anything. Maybe he does.
Well, there's Rempe's instructional video where, but I don't know of any
Matches.
straight pool matches on video of his.
I would like to see that.
He really played great in the late 60s, early 70s.
Just knowing his 9-ball game, it was probably just very smooth and clean, you know.
Yeah, yeah. Tremendous player. Back around the time I started playing pool, he was really pretty dominant, you know, early 70s. Was winning so many tournaments, and then he lost in the finals of the U.S. Open straight pool one year by 1 ball. He missed a ball on the side, and Balsas ran out on him. I forget how many it was, but then Rempe didn't win anything after that for years.
Really?
It really affected him, yeah. He went from being like one of the most feared guys out there to like just
snake bit.
Just couldn't get it done after that, you know. And years went by, and then he finally won the resorts tournament in Atlantic City. It was the first thing he had won in forever.
Yeah, just your confidence level is your confidence is so important.
Yeah.
In this game, your confidence gets undermined. It's devastating.
Yeah. Sure.
I mean, with even, you know, in the big picture and certainly in the small picture in a particular game, you miss a ball and your confidence gets undermined. It's really hard to recover. I mean, that's the magic of seeing players that are able to miss something easy and just shake it off and still get back to the table and play top speed.
Yeah. You know, as many tournaments as he was winning at one time, you know, some things got to go right for you. And maybe he was just rolling along real good and then everything was going right for him. And then all of a sudden, boom, he misses a ball, game ball in a big event like U.S. Open straight pool. You know, and you get beat. The guy runs out on you. And then you realize, you know, that you're not infallible.
You're mortal.
Yeah. And plus, at that time, you know, that was probably about as prestigious as it got, U.S. Open straight pool. And, you know, he'd never won one. And
why? Look at the 2-ball. He's got the 2-ball right in the side.
Yeah. But he'd rather do something about that cluster of balls. You know,
it is not going to be lean over the table and jack up.
The thing is, if you're going to shoot the 2, if you're going to shoot the 2 here, then you're probably going down to get the 5 next. And it'll be a while before you get back down here and do anything about that little cluster that he just kind of made it himself. He bumped that ball and kind of tied those balls up.
I'd rather back cut the 3-ball and go into him than reach over those jacked up trying to spin that 7 in.
Yeah. Oh, better get some angle here.
Baby bounce.
Now you got to go back for the 11, I think.
Yeah, you should be able to.
And then, you know, you might be able to shoot one of those balls over in this corner on the right.
Yeah.
On our right.
Maybe the 6 passes under there nice. Maybe.
If you can get into a little area where you can shoot it, yeah. I got a feeling it might be a thinner cut than you want to shoot it before you do something with the others. That's probably about the area, but maybe that
top ball
3-ball
goes.
goes. Yeah. Okay, that's probably good enough. 6 probably goes over on our left now. Tough to be sure about that, but
I don't think it does. I think he's going to bump into it right now.
maybe
Put his life into his hands. No, guess.
Oh, he did that to get on the 9 or that 15, whatever that ball is. Up
Yep,
there.
he's taking
Yeah,
the
it's
9 to get him
9.
on the 14.
Shoot the 14, bump the 6, and leave the 11 alone. Yeah.
Excellent.
Actually, that might be the 12 or 13 sitting there.
Looks like 13.
13, yep.
Yeah. Good speed.
He's not happy with it.
He's not.
Gotta pound it. Well, not pound it, but he was tapping his cue on the table there, and
Oh, he wanted to stop.
he wanted
quicker.
a little deeper angle to where he could
Shoot
nurse it
softer.
in. Yeah, because he doesn't know how good he plays. He didn't know how easy that was for him.
Yeah.
Guys, now Marco is going to take a quick break. So we're going to take just a quick break as well. So stay tuned in to BSN. You're watching the Billiard Sports Network. All right, guys, Marco back from his break. If you've been watching, Alex made the last ball 150 and scratch, or I'm sorry, 149.
Yeah.
He needed one.
Yeah, he made his game ball and scratched.
Wow. So Marco Teutscher, he needs 62. He's made a
Trying to finish it out here. Yep.
quick work of the last 40 balls.
Ooh. That was one of those break balls where your cue ball goes off the break ball into the low side of one of the balls in the rack and then kind of gets pushed down toward the corner pockets. Those are easy to scratch on.
And something I really like about this kid is, you know, when everything is pretty open, he's moving fast.
Yeah.
He plays at a very fast pace.
Yeah, he's not wasting any time. He likes to get them spread open early and then just zip around, taking them off.
Long match here for both players. Just 15 minutes short of 3 hours long. Wow. What are a couple key things, Bob, you do in some of these longer matches to keep your mental game strong?
Well, when you play pool full time for a living, you get in a lot of real long matches. 3 or 4 hours.
Right.
It doesn't really bother you much. Kind of can seem, when there's a lot of back and forth like there's been in this match, it seems like hard work, and it's hard to, pool's a lot easier if you're feeling like it's easy.
Yeah,
in your mind, when you look at it as being easy. But these kind of matches where the balls aren't really cooperating, it starts seeming more difficult, and it's easy to fall out of the mental state you want to be in.
Right.
But it looks like the way he's taking these balls off now, he's turned it back into easy mode,
He's playing lightning fast right now.
A lot less stress on you when you don't have to agonize over every other shot.
Well, is this going to be one of those epic matches? It's
A little more than 3 more racks. It's plenty doable.
He's on a high run of 54. He needs 48.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
No.
What are you doing?
No.
He's,
Wow.
you ever seen that happen, Bob?
What? No. Never. Eventually you see everything happen.
Well,
I thought I'd seen everything until John Schmidt's straight pool run where the cue ball curved about 1.5 feet to
yeah,
scratch
at
the corner.
a half a mile an hour.
Yeah, that's something I had never seen before. I still don't wouldn't have any explanation for that. I don't know how that can even happen. In 50 years, I never saw anything like that.
Oh.
Well, you don't like being jacked up,
There's enough.
shooting a shot like
Oh.
this.
It's natural. It's gonna be
No,
fine. But
he's not jacked up as bad as I thought he was.
But who needs the pressure?
Yeah, yeah. I thought it was a little worse than that. Now, did he shoot the 8?
No, it doesn't pass the 14, does it?
Doesn't?
I don't think so. Fortunately, it doesn't pass the 14. He doesn't have to show the heart to shoot it.
Well, I mean, if it did pass the 14, I don't think there's any question. You almost, it's the right shot.
It's the right shot.
If he's got angle to go into the balls and disturb them a little bit.
Yeah, I don't think he's in full pocket, if at all. This has really been a screwy match. They just couldn't. In the beginning, it was just
what are you
back
play
and
shape
forth.
on here?
He's just going to get out in the middle of the table. Get out in the middle of the table and hope for the best. How does that 6-8 look?
Oh, hard to tell from here. I think he's going to try and get on the 8 here. Here, if you can hit these pretty hard, keep your cue ball right in that area where all those balls are. The 6 should go toward the hole, I think.
A stun type shot, no follow, no draw.
Yeah, like a little below center, maybe a little right-ish, and whack it pretty hard.
Oh no!
So he didn't even hit the 6.
Fortunately, I think he's lying on the 6 decent.
No, he's got a pretty good angle. You have to cut it.
He's got to cut it, but I think he has something.
Okay, now is when he has to remember Alex is on a foul. You know, this is what you use it for, these kind of situations.
You're not even in the game, and you remember.
I don't have as much to think about as he does. But it would be the first thing I would ask myself, you know.
I think he has like zero interest in letting Alex see one more ball.
Right. Yeah. I agree, but it could be.
But if
could be that everything else is too tough to shoot at, and, and you sort of have to.
I don't think he remembers.
Oh my God, he's thinking about banking this 5. God. See, this is where you got to remember. You got to keep it near there.
I guess that 6 is just unreasonable. I can't. Of course, I have no idea what the angle looks like. But
I think the cue ball's very close to it, and the 6 is pointed probably about a diamond from the hole.
Because, I mean, at least with a bridge, he can get a fairly level stroke on it, and he's shooting the 10.
Shooting the 10.
Yeah, he could have just rolled up and freeze on
the 11
just
where
both
he
balls.
doesn't have the 10. Yeah.
Wow. Well, the kid's liable to make it.
Yeah.
Made it.
Oh,
Wow.
Yeah. There's a hanger. All that fuss about that.
Wow, all that fuss.
Good shot. Wow. Well, he's got the 7. But he does not as yet have a break ball.
Yeah, those 3 balls in the middle of the table are really laying well to nudge something out for a break ball, but then he won't have any shot to shoot after it, most likely.
You gotta.
You got to get on him good. You can nudge one out, but then what? You're going to waste a bullet and not get that one off the rail up there. This is leading to bad places.
Yeah. Well, you gotta shoot 7, then the 2, then come over on this side. Hopefully, shoot to 11, bump out to 3, get a shot at the 6. Gonna get there? Doesn't look like it.
Looks like he might have to push the 6 down to for an under the rack break ball.
Yeah.
And then shoot the 7 in the side.
And then hope to get shaped
And then how
by
do
the
you get?
ball
How do you get from that?
way upstairs there to? Oh.
Slow down. Ooh, that was a good shot.
Yeah.
That was a really good shot. He knew enough to
Keep the run going. With
use that
Yeah.
ball to play shape on the rail shot. Good thinking.
He just needs a little angle on the 7 to come down for the 6, and he ought to be able to do it from here.
Split the hole.
That's a 3 ball by the spot, not the 7.
Good shot.
Yeah, it was a good shot.
Well, I choose to believe that the kid knew that he was on a foul, but he decided he was going to go down swinging and was not going to.
He's going to keep shooting and
He's
save
going
that.
to keep shooting.
No, he's still got it built.
Don't overpower this and hook around the rack.
Too much draw here. You catch it. Oh, boy, harder.
Well, he could have overpowered and hooked right around it.
Well, he could have hit it harder than that without missing the rack. I mean, he hit that 11 ball really full.
The wicket.
What a shot.
And look at this angle he's got on this
Yeah.
side pocket to break him open.
3, 4, break him. Or 5, 3. Was that the 5 or the 4? Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, here's. You can comfortably get right into these, and the scratch is pretty minimal. Chance of scratching. Should be able to chew through these.
Pretty good. That combination's easy enough.
Got away with it.
Five ball.
Yeah, he's lucky here. He's got the 5 ball on the side.
The 12, does the 12 pass those other two stripes?
He's so close.
That's what he's looking at right now.
I don't think so. I think he's got to shoot to 5 and go up a little bit, and then at 14 be able to cut it in. Yeah, just looking at that now. Maybe the 2 next.
Up to the 8 ball.
Probably.
Seems what's natural.
Kind of hard to tell if he's got a nice angle to make that easy to do. It looks like ooh, he's
Don't get
getting on the
straight.
short side.
Don't get straight. Inside 2 rails will put him on the correct side of these pack of balls.
Get on the 2 or the 9.
Don't get on the rail.
And then the 10.
That didn't sound good. Didn't it sound like a little skid?
I think it was more the sound of that shaft. Sometimes those carbon fiber shafts sound kind of clunky, you know?
Yeah.
Clanky, whatever. He's going to shoot the 2 on the side, probably. Unless he's...
Oh my goodness.
That. Yeah, boy, he could have smoothed that forward.
Could have just settled for the 2 on the side.
Yeah, just smooth
After
it
that
forward
ball.
and play, yeah, 2 in the side or hell, even upstream.
Yeah.
Well,
Unbelievable change of events here.
127. Needed 23 more balls.
well, that's the product
And
of
just ran 79.
that's the product of youth. Everything looks easy.
I don't know that he really needed to force that 7 ball the way he did.
No, he was so close to
mean,
getting it out.
Look how far he landed up table.
Too much adrenaline.
Yeah.
Experience. It's what you get 1 second after you need it. Well, quite a match.
Wow. Well, everybody,
Unbelievable.
on behalf of John Schmidt, thank you for tuning in, and our special guest here at the end, Bob Hunter. I'm Jerry McWhorter. Big fun.
Yeah, I'm
Jake,
Jake
thanks
Lawson.
for-
Yeah, let's take a look at this one more time. Just honestly, I thought Marco was going to run this set out here. And you can see
He
him
looks
just
like he's
wind
got
up.
enough angle
Yeah.
to just.
He could have even went forward with that shot, and you see he just tries to.
Yeah, I mean, I
force
just
it
think
right
he could
in
have
there.
just, smoothed it
See,
forward.
He ended up getting up table much higher than
Than he
he
needed.
really had to. So